What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Good evening. Happy Tuesday evening to everyone. Y'all come on in here so we can get started. Yes, I'm doing two lives today. We're having our late night live stream on Candace, but right now we got some things to watch. Oh man, how y'all doing? Shout out to y'all. Hey, Sam. How you doing, honey? Good evening. How you doing? You good? I don't even know if you've been in the live streams with Candace. It's like packed up in there. Child, the candy asses in the box, they just go berserk. Hey, Raph, what's going on? How you doing? Everybody speak to everybody as you come in. Make sure you're hitting that like button. We got to get the likes up on these videos. Hey, 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 I'm good. Awesome. You ready for Thanksgiving, girl? I'm just ready to sleep in. I ain't gonna lie. Even if I don't do anything, I'm just ready to sleep in. Say, what's going on, Caleb? How you doing? I can't say Candace. Yeah, she rubbing everybody the wrong way. She done gotten on my nerve many days, many a days. Oh my god. Hi, Francisca. How you doing? Shout out to my mods. Saint up in here, Francisca up in here. How you doing? Y'all, we got some new content. Some new a new video series that Hood Horrors has started on nonetheless, Brother Polight. How did I misspell his name in the title, y'all? I'm sorry. I spelled his name wrong. I put it's B.O. there up there. It's supposed to be brother. But yes. So if you guys haven't been watching or if you didn't know, because I know certain people watch certain content here, it depends. But hopefully you guys will check out all the great content here in the Lady Luck Club. We've been doing a watch parties on the Hood Horse series regarding Carbonation and Nature Boy. So Hood Horrors finished up that series. It's like I think over 50 episodes, I believe. And then he started a new series on Brother Polight. And this is someone that was affiliated with Umar Johnson. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't done much research on him. I think I've only seen like maybe one or two videos about him. So yes, y'all, what is it with cult leaders? Umar, Polight, Nature Boy, Young Pharaoh. Why are they all cult leaders? It's like all of them are cult leaders. So with the new series, and Hood Horrors is a fantastic content creator. He does a great job. He did such a fantastic job on Nature Boy and Carbonation. We're still watching those, videos, and we're gonna finish that series out. But we get to at least start the series with him. So as he drops a new video, we'll be watching a new video that he's doing on Polight. But these are the people that Umar chose to hang around and be friends with. And correct me if I'm wrong, they're all, Polight was he a business? What was he? How did they know each other? Was it just the conscious community? Is he kind of like Umar with Pan Africanism? Y'all let me know. I haven't done much research on Polight. I'm be honest. I'm not gonna do a whole lot because I wanna learn through Hood Horror series. Because it's like the things that he's done that landed him in jail. It's so disgusting. So yep, we're gonna be checking that first video out that Hood Horrors has done tonight. So we're gonna be doing like a mini watch party, and then Umar decided to go to Brazil. A couple videos. Shout out to Lene Stats for sending me a video and a what's this up? It was like a post or something. The video that I have, one of the videos does not have sound to it. And I don't know why. And it was one that was emailed to me. And then shout out to Jay Witt. He went to FDMG. He's somewhere up there in Delaware. So he went live today. He went to FDMG. Y'all, he saw the bus. So we're gonna check out that part of his live stream he did. He went to the building Candace gave out where her attorneys work. He went there as well. So we'll check out that part of the video on the Candace live stream tonight. But he did go to FDMG today. Did a little mini tour of FDMG. He saw the bus. Y'all, it's as busted up as you can get it. Oh, y'all remember I told you all. Remember you saw the bus here in the Lady Luck Club. Yeah, that bus is sitting right across the street from the school. And people trying to lie and say that's not the school bus. Yes, it is. That is the bus for FDMG. Same bus. So we're gonna check that out too. So we're gonna get to it, y'all. We're not gonna waste too much time. Say she makes my boot itch. Girl. Girl. Y'all I say hello to everybody. It's too funny. Y'all keep me laughing. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Oh man, what's going on, Mila X Files? Shout out to my mods. My mods be up in here deep, you all. I appreciate you guys so much for the support as well. And make sure you guys are checking out all the content and the playlist for Umar, for Nature Boy, on Candace, the whole playlist on Gypsy Hinyard, on Novatech. There's so many other playlists and other content and videos that I've done. We're diverse here in the LLC. The Luxers and I are diverse. So I've even reported on a corrupt judge here. It's that was voted out, thank God, by the JQC. So great content, lots of playlists. If you see a video, if I make a reference, because I got a comment from someone about Candace in regards to the influence she had on the two different people, one that attacked the synagogue, another one that attacked the mosque. I've already gone over the articles on that. I already covered that information. But because you get a lot of new people coming in and stuff, it's like they don't take time to peruse through the playlist. So peruse through the playlist. There's a lot of great content in there. I know my live streams are pretty lengthy, but as I have time to chop it up, I do. But believe it or not, I mean, a lot of people actually like. More of you all like the longer lives because you say, "Oh, it gets me through my work day." You just put it on 1.5 speed. I promise you, it's funny, and it actually, you can listen to it all in one whoop. And it's also on the podcast playlist as well, so you can just listen to it while working or whatever. But many of you have told me you guys enjoy the long live stream, so shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. I appreciate it. It warms my heart. Are you guys looking forward to Thanksgiving? Or at least a meal if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving? Rest, sleep, spending time with the kids. Mila's up in here. Caleb's up in here. Y'all good? Mila Saint said that co-leader. Yeah. Random News dropped a new video. Yes, he did. Yes. I left a bunch of laughing emojis in it. It was pretty funny. Shout out to Random News. Oh man. Welcome in, lovely people. Hit the like button on your way in. Thank you, Francisca. And another one will be dropped on Monday. Oh, yay. I wish he would drop one every day. Come on, Random News. What you doing, bro? Drop a new video every day this week for the holiday. Do it for Thanksgiving, buddy. Oh, man. That's going to be good. Umar is about division, not unity. Exactly. I saw that LLC. Oh. I was dying laughing at Jay Wiz video, especially that bus and building black mode. Okay. Y'all, we're going to check that out. A shoebox kindergarten. Nah, I'm good. A shoebox kindergarten school. What? How you doing? I'm sorry, I'm confused with you. Coming. All right. Yeah. Say said I love the longer lives. I know many of you say you like the longer lives. So I'm like, okay, cool. I do try to break them up because some people do have, ADHD. And like, no, later luck, no. It's too darn long. I always say put it on 1.5 speed. You will not be disappointed. It will be absolutely hilarious if nothing else. Oh man. So I have to check it out. It's a yes. We're gonna check out part of it here in this in our live. Check out part of it where he goes to FDMG, and the other part where he goes to the attorney's building, because Candy ousted her attorneys. Did y'all see the thumbnail of her getting off the blue the blue Egyptian plane? I did a video from one of the longer live streams, and then put the thumbnail up her getting off that blue Egyptian plane. Yeah, we found Candace. She turns out she was on the plane. Candace, you kick rocks, girl. Talk about somebody's at the White House confirming what she her complaint. No, they're not. They're confirming receipt of it. Why even post that up, Candace? Because you could have done this last year. She could have done this last year when she said the first time her life was in danger. You kidding? We'll talk about that in that one. But for right now, Umar, when the lives are over, I'm like, okay, now what am I supposed to do? Replay. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK. Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I say you guys. Oh, so yeah, gotcha. Well, at least here, I'm gonna tell you, since my kids are older, I mean, even Christmas is starting to be different. We just look forward to like events and stuff because they're kind of like, Mom, we just want some money or a gift card or something. Like, it's simple now. They're very simple. But I love the Christmas season. Oh my God, I love Christmas season so much. I love the festivities, the decorations. I love it all. I do. I still have my kids and I sit up and we watch Christmas movies on the 24th in front of the Christmas tree. We just have our little tradition. Oh my goodness. Well, at least, I'll be able to hopefully go live, Francisco, and we can hang out in case everybody else is eating turkey. Oh man, I sure am. Got everything needed for Thanksgiving dinner. Cool beans. What's going on, Black Anonymous? Shout out to my mom. Hey lady, look, I have some info Polight related to Umar. I'll send you an email when I have a chance. Yes, take your time. It's all good. It's all good. Love the local live. Fun in the chat. Fun with LLC. Thank you. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. I was late to J Wit video. Replay gang. It is. Yes. Yes. You have to watch it. It's pretty good. I caught the end of it. So the part where he goes to FDMG and the first part of him going to the attorney's building will be new for me. I saw the part with the bus, but that was it. And then of course, y'all know I work during the day. So shout out to Tavares. Shout out to my moms up in here, y'all. I appreciate that. All my moms up in here. Since when does the White House investigate crimes? That post was word of strange. That's the thing. Candace could have. She wants to sit around here talking about I don't trust the government, I don't trust the feds, I don't trust anybody. But the feds will be the people that investigate it. I hope she knows that the FBI is more than Kosh Patel. You have people that are there, educated, trained, certified to do these investigations that have been working there for a long time. At some point, this is part of the reality that her and her people are finding out. Her candy ass is in the box. You can't sit here and just say, I don't believe in nothing and no one. And then you have to turn around to them and get them, get help from them when something happens. Just like when she got hit with the Macron lawsuit. What did she say? Why is Trump so quiet? Where's JD Vance? Why aren't they saying anything? They're attacking my free speech. No, they're not. Defamation is not protected free speech. But y'all saw how she cried out to Trump after ignoring him when he told her, can you just chill out with the Macron, First Lady of France? She was like a woman to me. Can you chill out about it? And she laughed. She scoffed at it. And then when she got hit with the lawsuit from the Macrons, then it's like, where's Trump at? He's supposed to be protected by free speech. Our U.S. Constitution does that, girl. And defamation is not included. And they're going to be able to make their case and win. Yeah, it was crazy. All right, y'all ready? We're going to get to it. Y'all hit that like button. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is about Umar. I know. I'm not interested in Candace. I know. What's going on, Bernard? How you doing? Yeah, I know, right? She don't trust nothing and nobody and then want to call them out for help. Y'all, let's get to it. We want Tavares to be happy. He's like, I'm not here for that. So I want to start off with showing you all this post that was sent to me from Lene Stacks. Shout out to Lene. So this is a post where, and you guys see is in Portuguese, when Umar went to Brazil. So y'all let me know if y'all can see this. Let me make sure y'all can see this. I'm gonna make myself small. Hey, how you doing, honey? Hey, boo, Saint, where the heck you been, girl? I know, right? Saint hiding out. Oh man, good at LLC. Cool beans. Hope y'all ready for the holiday coming up here in the U.S. Francisco, you still get to celebrate with us. You get to celebrate with me. More than likely, I'll be going live. What do you all eat there in the UK, Francisco? Is it geese? Is it turkey? Mila said it's not turkey isn't popular where I live. Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, I mean honestly, I would be fine with chicken and greens and collard greens and mac and cheese at this point. I don't even need a full meal. I am fluent in Portuguese. Yay! Tavares, please tell me what this says. Sorry, I've been working 6 days a week, 10 to 14 hours a day. Oh, you're good, honey. You're good. I know you're working. People, Candia's got kids in school. Everybody's got a full plate going. Tavares, can you help us translate this? Y'all, we got to get back to Spanish class. Now y'all see why we need Spanish class. So, concito preto. Am I saying that right? And then it has communication. I'm able to read a little bit of it. Email at, looks like at Loha, or tag at, is that it? Loha. Participate in a group debate. Click the link. I think I'm getting a little bit of it. Tavares, please clear up whatever I'm messing up. Please let me know. And then it has the link down below. So you guys see here some photos with Umar, the Oompa Loompa, sitting there in blue, green, African, all this multicolored jumpsuit he's got on. Everybody else wearing white except him. And then you have the Principio Imani. Am I saying it right? What did he go to Brazil for? What was going on there? Hey, brother Malik, how you doing, honey? Okay, hold on. He's translating for us, y'all. So they said I prefer ham. Oh, I don't eat beef and pork. But girl, a good lamb shank is always delightful. It has a link to participate in a group debate. Okay, cool. Ethel and Barbie are having their last super tomorrow. Flying turkey is good. Oh yeah, okay. Fried turkey. Fried turkey is good. Yes, it is. And very juicy. Because you're actually being thankful for getting away from us, Chris. Francisca, you're funny. He said we don't celebrate here because it's you all's independence away from us. All right. All right, we love you all in the UK, honey. Look, see, we mended the bridge, and now the US and the UK get along. All right. Concito Preto means okay, black concept. Shout out to brother Malik, you all. Say hello to brother Malik. Thank you for tuning in. The link is for group debate. What's going on? Jay Wiz says the black king in Brazil, most beautiful woman in the world. Preach King Kong. I'm a loyal supporter, not a cult. Oh, okay. Well, God bless your heart and all your parts. Keep tuning in. We're going to be checking out Polight in the series on Polight. S File said technically the programs were British College today. Thanksgiving, they just thankful they didn't starve. But yeah, I get it. You pilgrim. I'm thankful to have Francis in the chat and for my freedom. There you go. So y'all see Umar here. Y'all see him sitting there. I'm assuming Principio is that Principal Imani? Am I interpreting that right or no? And then you have him sitting here again. So he's sitting here with his shirt off. Then he's sitting here again, next to a guy who's next to Umar. I don't know who the guy is in the middle. And you see Umar there. So that's the photo. And then there's a video I was sent because Lene is awesome. All of you guys are awesome. Let me show you all this video. Now it doesn't have any sound. I don't know why. But I'm gonna play it anyway so y'all can see it. I don't know if anybody has this. And I know the lounge has a video. But it's like a compilation of a couple things put up. So y'all let me know if y'all can see this. There's no sound, unfortunately. I tried to get the sound working. It's no sound. Hey, get a clue? Polight is so hard on my eyes. That you lose across. Oh, that's possible. I'm thankful for LLC and all our chat friends. I am very thankful for you all. I appreciate all of you all supporting me here in the LLC. Tavares said, yes, that's correct. Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. Is that a naked man? Was it naked? Did I miss it? I saw a shirt off. Let me tell you something. He didn't look half bad. Sit next to Umar, he's gorgeous. Okay. We got the men, we got the gentlemen up in here. They definitely don't want to hear me oogle over a man's chest as long as I can, but they don't want to hear that. Oh man. Okay, so this is the video. So let's check this out. I just wanted to I think I've only seen halfway through this. It's only 30 seconds, but it's no sound. So I have no idea what they're saying here. But you all see Umar there. And a room full of people. Are they at a school? Everybody wearing mostly white. Is this a church? They sitting on the floor. Oh, look what they sitting on. What was he doing? Was it a holiday or something? That I don't. Was it some sort of holiday? Umar can't cross his legs. Yeah, because them Swiss rolls and oatmeal cream pies. Y'all, if he do that, he might pass gas or something. Who knows? He might pop. Child, he's sitting there. He's the odd man standing out. Why is he not wearing all white? Umar probably oogling that naked man. Umar is wearing socks. Are they barefoot? I just noticed that. Hold on, let me play it again. Yes, they are. Why is he wearing white socks? Y'all, white socks of all things, white socks. Oh, somebody else got on some socks. Everybody else barefoot. Umar, why are you wearing socks? Oh, man back there with shoes on. I mean, he's supposed to be like kind of y'all, he is stuffed in that. Do y'all see him stuffed in this suit? Look at this. He is sitting there stuffed in this thing. I don't even think it's buttoned all the way down. This is a button-down shirt. He is stuffed into this. Umar, you jive turkey. You just stuffed yourself in this shirt. You can't make this sound. Why is he wearing this thing? It's too tight. Yeah. Umar look like a fried turkey in blue. You can't make this sound. He just stuffed with cornbread and snack cakes. Why is he wearing this too little thing? Please tell me that this is something that zips up. And he is, y'all, he trying to hide his feet. He's just an odd man sticking out. What is wrong with him? Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, Jay Wiz wants us to know, a.k.a. James Miller. Umar, big celebrity. Oh, this is James. James, where you been? I know that you ain't been in here trolling me. Like, where you been, James? It's been real quiet without you, James. He's too out of shape. I know. Why is Umar wearing socks, James? Why is he wearing socks? Isn't this supposed to be something he's supposed to be barefoot? He's just stuffed in that shirt, y'all. Mad that they let Umar there. I know. What is he doing? Then they say he kept his socks on to hide the funk. Probably did. Then they said Umar has terrible toes. Oh, but no, his expression, I know, right? That's why he wearing socks. Oh, Umar, you got children of the corn toes. He got them children of the corn feet. You understand? Them toes are screaming, help, straight to Jesus. You can't make this up. Umar, how bad is the calluses on your feet? Because we all know you don't sit down and just dip in the waters of Lake Minnetonka often with soap. Oftentimes, it's like you need a bath. And them feet got to be, boy, screaming, help me. Get us out of here. Yeah, you can't make this up. You gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh just to keep from clowning his ass too bad. You gotta laugh at it. Why is he stuffed in them clothes? He could have wore a white shirt. To not show his nasty toes. I know. He hitting. Looks at our beautiful supporters. Everybody else looks comfortable. They wearing white. They look like they just, loose and happy and healthy. And he's sitting here odd man out. Did he not know that there was a dress code? And then for him to sit here and always talk about no snow bunnies, stuff like that. You couldn't wear black socks just because, consistency and all. They could have been pink, Umar. Oh, he could have wore some blue socks to match that blue going down the middle of his shirt where he could not button it all the way to the bottom. James, you gotta tell Umar that he's gotta wear clothes that he can fit. Okay. He looks like a stuffed turkey. Like he's ready to be served. You can't make this up. Oh man. Mila said he looks like Humpty Dumpty when he sat on the wall. And then he had a great fall and his pants split in two. Umar, stop eating the snack cakes. Stop making little Debbie wealthy. You always talking about Nikes and Jordans while you sitting here stuffing your face with Cinnabons. You can't do it. You can't do this. You gonna sit here and do all this traveling. You can't even sit on the floor. Why aren't you wearing all white, Umar? You clown. You can't make this stuff up. This is ridiculous. Umar been eating too many Thanksgiving meals and I ain't even had Thanksgiving. I know it ain't even Thanksgiving yet. He looked like a turkey. Looked like jammies he got on. 30 people in the room, not so much of a celebrity. Oh, children of the corn feet. He got children of the corn feet, y'all. Oh, good grief. Oh, man. Look across the world to see 20 people in a tiny church. Desperate much? I know, right? Umar, I thought you were the world's most requested black scholar. I mean, after pimping yourself out in your mother's closet, breaking whole laws regarding, purporting yourself to be a practicing psychologist, well, you're not, because you're not licensed or certified. You would think that someone would have given you a bigger event than this, but you flew all the way to Brazil. Never mind that money could have been spent on anything else related to FDMG. Never mind that. Y'all forget he said he was opening up a school. Because I do. Every time I see him somewhere, I'm like, he's not opening up no school. Even he's forgotten he's opening up a school. He doesn't even care. Because he would say, okay, instead of you all flying me out, well, you're not paying me anything. Because based on what he said, he's not getting paid. They just paying for his flights. Or somebody, one of y'all told me that they pay for his flights and hotel. Maybe they buy him a meal or two, but they're not paying him. Who's with the mother right now? When he's sitting out here in Brazil and other countries, who is with the mother? Now that you all see why I keep asking for proof of life. Because let's say he was gone for a week. How are you gone a week and you're supposed to be the primary caretaker? And then you're out of the country. What if he come back with something, bird flu or something, he gives it to it? Like, you can't make this stuff up. Umar, you suck at being a caretaker. Where's your mother? His feet make look like bear claws. I probably do. I noticed there. What's going on, Christ policy? I noticed there's an eye in the middle of the hands on the wall. What? Hold on. Let me play that. What's going on, Jay the Informant? If I can get one of my mods to drop the YouTube channel link for Jay the Informant, for let's see who else. Anyone else in your content creators? Let me know. We want to make sure you get some support, and we'll drop your YouTube channel link in here. What's going on? Facts opening up his pockets, going on vacation. Exactly. Ron said Snow Bunny. I thought they were you sharks. He says everything about everybody. It is not an Umar Coat page. Oh yeah, James is our residential troll. He keeps me on my toes. Like frankly, my dear, they keep me on my toes. There's an eye in the middle of this. There is. Y'all see that eye? What does this mean? So you got a white hand, yellow hand, black hand, and the eye in the middle. And what's above that eye? Hold on. That's a good catch. I did not notice that. Okay, so it looks like this t-shirt. Y'all see the t-shirt? Yeah, this is like the closest I can get as far as zooming in. So based on the shirt, there's a red hand above that eye. What does that mean? If it's something demonic, I'm gonna be mad. Because I'm like, remember, Brazil is known for prostitution of all sorts. I'm just saying, oh my God. That redemption? Yeah, weird. Exactly. What does that mean? It's a Hamza hand symbol for good luck. Thank you, S Files. I appreciate you. There's the YouTube channel link for the Informant Media. You guys make sure you go over there and support the Informant Media. Shout out to you. I thought Hamza was one hand though. Umar looks like a kid. Exactly. He still dresses like a 16-year-old teenager. You would think he would have just at least wore the same color. Are they multiple races? That's a good question, Brandon. Well, shout out to you, Brandon. That's a good question. No, you good. Oh, what's going on? How you doing? So you got the white hand, the black hand, yellow hand, red hand. Probably. I mean, I have no idea what that means. I've never seen that before. So I mean, is that something specific to like Brazil? Yeah, this is why we gotta pick up with Spanish classes. It's my fault. There's been so much going on with work though. If I could tell y'all what's going on, you'd be blown away. Oh Lord have mercy. Thank you. You're welcome, honey. He just like he was we used to in the 90s. Exactly. Multiple races make sense. Yeah. So like, white people, black people, I want to, black, brown. What is red and yellow? Brazil is a beautiful country. You don't know what it means. Hey, well, I'm not telling me what it means, James Miller. What does this mean? With the eye in the middle? I'm asking, what does it mean? Hold on. Brandy said red, Native American, yellow, Asian, maybe? Only guessing. Probably. James Miller, if you got all the answers, just tell us what it means. I'm seriously asking. Also called Hand of Fatima. Eye is the evil eye. The hands protect you from it. It's a Christian symbol. Huh. So Umar's Christian? I thought he was what did he say? Oh, Goonie Goon something? Now he's a Christian? That's a weird Christian symbol. I mean, different countries do different things. I'm not bashing it. I just don't know what it is. Didn't know what it is. I didn't know that was related to Christianity either. So Umar's Christian? That's weird. I thought he was I don't know what type of religion he called it. Like he doesn't believe in. Wait, is he kind of sort of like the black Hebrews or the black Israelites? Is that it? I didn't know he was Christian either. Umar, the only one that was sauce. I know. Not Bible Christianity, more a pagan side note. Oh, okay. Okay. So Cher gave us some information on this called Hand of Fatima, where the eye is the evil eye and the hands are protecting you from it. So you guys can look up Hand of Fatima. They give you some information on that. Shout out to you, Cher. I didn't know he was Christian. Well, even like something real similar to it. So Redemption got some more information here. It says the Hamza is depicted as a single hand. The word Hamza, or I'm saying it wrong. Kazma? Kamsa? A Hamza? Is a Hamza? Maybe? The K is silent. Hamza in Arabic, Hamesh in Hebrew, literally means five, referring to the five fingers on this single hand symbol. Okay. And each hand represents a different race. Yeah. Is that yeah? I say Goonie go. That's what he said. I just Googled it. Yep. Shout out to you and into redemption. See, reading is fundamental. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I'm literally trying my best to not lose my place with the video. So you guys can see here. Hamza. Let's see here. We learned something new today. Hamza in Arabic, Hamesh in Hebrew. There you go. So y'all have something else y'all can, look up and research on. I didn't take Umar to be the type that would care about anything related to Christianity or anything similar to it. But like I said, this is where the gathering. So someone was there recording. And you guys see everybody else got the shoes off and everything except Umar because he's weird. So all right, let's get to it, you all. We're gonna get to hold on a second. Ew. Close that out. Didn't know I did it. Okay, so we're gonna get to the video Jay Witt did in his live. Shout out to my brother in Christ, Jay Witt. He went to the school. So we're gonna pull that up. Make sure you guys check out Jay Witt. If I can get one of the moms to drop his YouTube channel link, want to show him some support. Shout out to Share and to Redemption for Googling the information. I appreciate it. Bernard says it's more of a Native American symbol. I've seen that in New Mexico where I lived for 2.5 years? I got you. Okay. That is something else. Okay. And that it would make sense with the red and yellow hands, I guess. So that's something else. That's interesting. Yeah, you learn something new. Hey, man. So Jay went to Tiffany Spot and now the hot schools. Yes. Yes. And I know Tiffany Spot is not too far from where I am. So I just haven't taken the time to go by there myself. But he did go over there. Yep. Yeah, man. Mila said, it's okay if you lose your place with the video. I don't even follow Umar. I'm here for the comments, chat, and joyous laugh. Oh, man. Thank you. You're too kind. We have fun, y'all. We have fun. Any live I do, I'm going to have some fun with it. We're going to have some fun with it. I be talking about, the FBI myself and still have some. We're going to laugh about something. At some point, we're going to laugh at Kosh Patel. If I'm doing a video on the FBI, I'm finding something to laugh at. That's how it should be. Yes. All right. Let's get to it, y'all. There is Jay Witt's YouTube channel link. So make sure you guys go check him out and check out his great content he's doing. I guess he's on vacation. He done made his way up to Delaware. Child, let's get to it. So we're going to watch just a part of the live stream where he goes to FDMG, because like I said, he goes to Candace attorney building. But we'll save that for Candace live because Tavares is like, I ain't even trying to hear that. So we love you, Tavares. Shout out to my moms. I appreciate all of you all for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you come in and put a one in the chat when you can see and hear. Let's get to it. Oh yay! Cool beans. Thank you, Brandy.
All right, peace and scam Africanism. Peace and scam Africanism. It's your boy, Jay Witt.
It's your
I'm
boy.
riding around Wilmington, Delaware, and I am outside of the now infamous, notorious FDMG Academy. We're going to go check it out. I'm going to go do some hands on looking at it myself and give y'all some feedback on what I see. I do apologize. It is starting to rain.
I'm gonna
I
speak
don't
up.
know who gave it authorization to start raining. It must be the white power structure is raining on me because it was not supposed to be raining. And lo and behold, it's raining. So your boy is not going to be out here too long because I can't catch pneumonia. But anyway, I wanted to check it out. If you're not familiar, this is the school. Hold on 1 second. I got my rental car jokes upload.
Okay, so you guys let me know if this is too loud. Um, I'm hearing some scratchy sound in the background, and he doesn't have the closed caption turned on yet. Jay, Witt, please turn the closed caption on your video so we can see. But let me know if it's too much feedback in on you all's end, and I can lower the volume just a little bit. Okay, let's get back to
In 3, 2, 1. All right. So if you're not familiar,
it. Gave
Umar Johnson,
authorization, right?
the infamous Umar Johnson, has purchased these buildings, right? And let's go ahead and give y'all hold on. Let me just turn my camera on.
You okay?
All right, because y'all do not want to look at me. Y'all want to see the school. All right, first of all, let me lock my
So
car,
he's too funny.
my rental car, and make sure nobody gets me for my car
Y'all, these
while I'm out
buildings are
here.
like night and day.
All right. Hey, how are you? I'm gonna tell you right now, there is a 0% chance that anybody in this community is paying the amount of money that Umar is talking about for this school. All right, so here is the school. I just want to start back here.
Y'all see the fire extinguisher is yellow. I thought it was red. Can y'all tell the vast difference between these two buildings? I mean, this building has been completely ignored, and the other one at least has had some level of paint put on it. Like, it is a huge difference. But remember now, Umar said when he had the interview with Father Baba Yaga that we checked out here in the Lady Luck Club. Make sure you all tune into the playlist. That he had only intended on opening the smaller school. Then he was going to see how that go, kind of like a test run. And then he was going to open the bigger school. He was never going to do both at the same time.
Here, I'll be honest with you, man. The building, the
Hey,
location isn't bad. It's just there's no way you're gonna be able to do this on donations. There's just no way. There's just a 0% chance this is gonna be taken care of. Oh yeah, yay! With donations, you're just not gonna be able to do this. I mean, you can hope and wish on a star, but it's just not gonna happen. There's just too many variables. This is a big place, by the way. And I think somebody was wondering, I don't know where he gets this number of 4 buildings from, unless he sold something. I don't see 4 buildings. So I'm gonna walk around here. Now, here's the Boys and Girls Club right here. There's a Boys and Girls Club right here. So he would have access to students to do summer programs, teach welding, uh, book clubs, all kinds of stuff. Like there's literally a Boys and Girls Club right here.
exactly.
So you can't say that you don't have access to anybody.
What, James? He can't go in the building. What you expect him to break it in? He doesn't have a key. And I'm gonna say this forever until I see documentation with Umar Johnson's name on a deed that he owns a building or any proof that he purchased the building. I'm going to go based on what the city reflects, which is that K-12 management bought the buildings and that FDMG LLC, the corporation, the corporate entity, partly owns the buildings, not Umar Johnson. I'm just going to, until I see otherwise in documentation. That's how it goes.
to do it. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, let's go check out this building.
Ah, the
Yeah.
this thing is yellow.
Ooh. It looks like this is exactly how every scary movie gets started.
Fire hydrants. I'm sorry, fire
Some
hydrants.
random black guy walking somewhere he ain't supposed to be going, and then the movie's sound effects start.
Wait a minute. What what's going on with this door? I'm sorry, I kept saying fire extinguishers. I meant fire hydrants. I haven't seen yellow fire hydrants. Is that a thing that's specific to Delaware or what? What's happening with the
This
black
isn't
door?
bad. It's just there's no way you're going to be able to do this on donations. There's just no way. There's just a 0% chance this is going to be taken care of. Ah, yeah, yeah. With donations, you're just not going to be able to do this.
Ay, ay, ay.
I mean, you can hope and wish on a star, but it's just not going to happen. There's just too many variables. This is a big place, by the way. And I think somebody was wondering, I don't know where he gets this number of 4 buildings from, unless he sold something. I don't see 4 buildings. So I'm going to walk around here. Now, here's the Boys and Girls
It's
Club
only
right
two
here. There's a
buildings.
Boys and Girls Club right here.
Right.
So he would have access to students to do summer programs, teach welding, uh, book clubs, all kinds of stuff. Like there's literally a Boys and Girls Club right here.
Right.
So you can't say that you don't have access to anybody to do it. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, let's go check out this building. Yeah.
Yellow fire hydrant.
Ooh. It looks like this is exactly how every scary movie gets started. Some random black guy walking.
Yo, what's going on with the door right there? Is that white paint or something? Or is it like a hose? Oh, let me see if you can
Somewhere
work
he
the
ain't
door.
supposed to be going.
Y'all see that? What's happening with the door? Is it dented in? It looks like it's dents. And then like someone was hitting it with something. And every time they hit it, they dent it in and they scrape away some of the paint. Am I seeing things? Fire hydrants is yellow in Louisiana. Okay. That is not okay. I was just wondering. I'm like, what the heck? You think who has you blocked? Yeah, oh, James Miller. James, why are you blocking people? Oh man. So he might have abandoned school that he also abandoned. Exactly. Yeah. The buildings were purchased by K-12. Boy, what a waste of money. They spent 1.249 million on these 2 buildings. It's so crazy. $500 to hear Umar scream at the kids. Absolutely not. His online antics are enough to deter anyone from sending their kids there. Exactly. He doesn't even take care of his own kids. Oh man. Got to go. Okay. Take care of yourself, Bernard. Be good. If you can tune in later, we'll be doing a late live with Candace. Appreciate you. Yeah, he's in here, Tavares. Well, he's still in. James, are you in here? Why are you blocking people? Odd looking building. I know, right? Y'all see the doors? Is Brother Malik still here? Does the doors look right? Doors look weird to me. Looks like there's a tree growing in the wall. Yes, that's the vines. It is actually embedded into the concrete wall. It's so crazy. Reminds me of a warehouse you see in a horror movie. Exactly. I know, right? And he wants kids in here. The Boys and Girls Club could have done so much with those buildings. Yes. Or they should be demolished and then made into more parking space or something. It's just insane. He's taking up space for nothing. That's what Umar's doing. It's like he's wasting time. He's wasted 7 years on this. And he knows he's not going to open these schools up. Brandy said, I looked it up, chrome yellow if they are public hydrants plugged into a public water supply, and red if they are hydrants plugged into a private water supply. Gotcha. Okay. Boom. Shout out to you, Brandy. Thank you. I appreciate that information. Listen, y'all, we learned something new. Learn something new. Not something I pay a lot of attention to, but I'm not too proud to admit I can learn something new. There you go. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's get back to it. Because these doors look like somebody's has been hitting them with some hard, blunt object, and they're dense, and it's taking away the paint. But that's how it's looking to me.
And then the movie's sound effects star.
I wish I would have caught his live. I would have asked him to stand at the door. Yeah, that's
We got
vine
the
growing
graffiti.
along
We
the
got the
wall.
trash. We got the
Look at it. Vine growing along the wall. And it's coming through the cracks in the cement in the wall. And then growing out in different parts of the wall here. All of this stuff here, these are like the little branches of the vine here. And it's just kind of growing and spreading underneath this layer, whatever paint's left, but right on top of the foundation and then through the cracks of the actual foundation. That's how disgusting this is. And he's got this sitting here just rotting. He could have let them bulldoze this down. Look at that. All that
we got
vine.
the graffiti. We got the trash. We got the okay. We got more graffiti. We got broken
Oh God.
windows. I mean, broken lights right there.
Keep on walking, boy.
Trash back here. What is he doing when he says he's working on the building? What is he
He ain't
working
doing
on?
no
Oh,
work.
there's a camera right there. There's a
It doesn't
camera,
work. It don't work.
but it's only one.
It doesn't
There
work.
should be like 30. All right, y'all. Your boy back here
Man.
checking out the FDMG Academy. They got the FDMG graffiti artists hitting it up, tagging the place. Shout out
I should have told him make sure you get a tetanus booster when you leave there.
to them.
You can't make this up.
Trash back here.
Umar is selfish.
Vegetation has been vegetating for sure.
Oh my God. God, that looks so gross.
Man, this is unfortunate, man, because this the community looks like it could use a school. No question about that. And
Not
if
too
they were doing
close
the
to the
right
wall.
thing, I think most people would probably be very supportive of it. But there's just no way,
No.
looking at the community where we're at,
Uh-uh.
that you're gonna get, several.
And Umar won't even tell people what he's doing with the money. So, people getting sick of that. The lack of accountability. No. He thinks that black people should be dumb enough to keep giving him money and funding his lifestyle. And people are saying no. No. Explain us what you're doing with the money, because you're not, based on what we're seeing with our own eyes here in this reality on Earth, Umar, on this planet you're still on for some reason. You're not doing anything with the money to get any school open. And once again, he never had any intention on opening both schools. So to see the larger building looks like, something straight from hell. That's to be expected. He had no intention on opening both schools, only the smaller building. He said that himself while he was talking to Father Baba Yaga, Father Christmas. He said that. So for this building to be in this bad condition with the black mold, the vines growing around, looks like the doors are being hit with blunt objects, could be bums and homeless people, living inside of it. Who knows? And probably exposing themselves to all of that. You got clothes around there. I'm surprised I didn't see the purple suitcase. Did y'all see the purple suitcase? It was like a purple suitcase out there for the longest. I guess they picked it up because Umar, I know you listening, you clown.
The camera, but it's only one. There should be like 30.
I don't see the purple suitcase.
All right, y'all. Your boy back here checking out the
This
FDMG
is
Academy.
so scary, man.
They got the FDMG graffiti artists hitting it up, tagging the place. Shout out to them. Trash
James, no
back
one
here.
in the building.
Vegetation has been vegetating for sure.
James, explain to me legally how he's trespassing. Explain to me that. Umar would be trespassing if that's the case. His name's not on anything related to this property. So Umar would be trespassing. He can't prove that he owns anything. But explain to me, in all your infinite wisdom, how is this trespassing? Because you have to prove that it's private property. Yeah. How's he trespassing? Umar doesn't own it.
Man, this is unfortunate, man, because
Jay trying to get
the
folks healed.
community looks like it could use a school. No question about that.
James Winston, Umar.
And if they were doing the right thing, I think most people would probably be very supportive of it. But there's just no way,
Exactly, bro.
looking at the community where we're at, that you're gonna get,
Yep.
several $100 a month from all these students. Probably more than that.
Did y'all see the old school named Joy J. Moyer Institute? Do y'all know how long that sign's been up there? It took what 2 years for K-12 to even buy this from the previous owner. So if you add the 6.5, 7 years, Umar has just let this thing sit, plus the additional 2 years it took before anyone even purchased the building. That's a total 9 good years that sign has been sitting up there. He had no intention on opening this school building, by the way. Y'all keep that in mind as you watch these videos of these tours. And remember, Umar said himself he was only going to open the smaller school building. So this building, let's say Umar does get the smaller one open, this building is still going to sit until he gets it open. And God knows how long that's going to be.
Needed to just keep up. Yeah, this building has been ransacked. I think this is the infamous bus.
Yes.
I believe somebody pointed out. I think that's his bus. I'm gonna
Somebody.
walk up
Jay,
on it in a second. What's up, bus driver? Advanced student. Okay. Okay. There's your.
Jay, we're playing around
Everybody
with
keep
it.
asking about that mold. There's that mold right there, molding.
Ew, don't go near that mold. Ew.
Probably catching Ebola just standing right here. My goodness.
Oh, gross.
All right, so this is. I guess this is that bus. I think Lady Luck pointed out.
Yeah.
He got his battery that got stolen. They stole a man battery.
Oh my God. Yeah, look at the bus.
Yeah, that bus ain't going nowhere.
Hey, Skeeter.
That bus is good to go. Yeah.
I don't know why, Bernard. Why is he not in jail?
Okay. I don't know, man. If I was
you can't make this up.
If I was on this family, the
that
Douglas
was a real
or the
quick tour of that bus. Look at this.
I guess this is that bus. I think Lady Luck pointed out. He got his battery that got stolen. They stole him.
Yeah, it's this bus. The windows are down. You know it's got to be bugs inside this bus. Probably dead birds in there. Y'all remember we saw the throwback video when they first went into the building. In the bigger building, he was just looking, filming, and the lady picked up the dead bird. He ain't lying when he said Ebola. Evian bird flu, something close to it. It was a dead bird in the building. And then, of course, in the gym, y'all remember in the video where the dude told Umar there was black mold growing on the inside of the building. And then there was like nasty sewer water coming up from underground. Because one of the drains was clogged. And he had no way to test that water or anything. Dead birds carry diseases. Exactly. It is so that it's so gross. That is the bus. Jay's trying to defend this to the utmost. Dude, that's the bus. Oh, I wish he would have walked around it. So y'all know if it was dead birds in the building, probably because of all the black mold, they died from some sort of pulmonary lung infection. Can you imagine what type of animals or insects inside this bus? It's just sitting here. It's like, why? Just like the buildings. It's not operable or anything. Why is that sitting there? Shouldn't the city have already tried to get this towed away by now? Umar, let the bus get towed. Why would you want that eyesore sitting there on the side of the street?
Battery.
Oh my God, look at that, y'all.
Yeah, that bus ain't going nowhere.
Oh no, it's not.
That bus is good to go. Yeah.
Oh, right on the magic school bus.
I don't know, man. If I was on this family, the Douglas or the Garvey family, I would sue him for putting my family member on this doggone mural. You catch your hands for that.
Okay.
Just for that alone. Okay, so this is the dead building. I'm just gonna call it the dead building. Ain't nothing going on over there for
Oh
sure.
yeah,
Nothing
for
happened over
sure,
there.
buzz perfect
All
for
right, so
Umar.
here's the fence. Got a big old bag of trash right there. You got a kids camp right here. Like literally, hey, there's a little nursery right there, nursery school right there.
Oh my
Just,
god,
I'm sure there's another one at the end of the block.
sleeping in the bus at night.
All right, so here we go right here. I mean, I'd be mad. How you gonna have my family member up here looking like that? Black children's matter, but you ain't doing nothing, my brother.
That's the one thing Umar has admitted he did not pay for. Someone painted up there for free. But this is the newer building. This is the smaller building he's now looking at with the mural. This was the one that Umar was going to open and then try to do a test run. I, the fact that he said that in an interview, I'm shocked as to why that interview is not more viral. Because he literally said what he was going to do. He was only going to open this building, not the other one. And yet, he raised money for both buildings. You can't make this up. Man, listen, why isn't Umar in jail already? At least under heavy IRS investigation. You can't make this stuff up.
All right, so
They put a gate up.
here we
That
go
was
right
creepy.
here. All right, so here's his little garden or whatever like that.
Oh, the rock. Garden of the Rocks.
It looks super sketchy.
Oh man.
Ain't gonna even lie.
Longest scam ever.
You got a
The
little bit
whole
of double,
scam.
triple fencing going on over there.
Oh,
Okay, I see you. This bush right here.
the other fences must have been already
It's got
built.
trash in there, all kinds of stuff like that.
Ew.
All right, let's go up here real quick and knock on the door.
Don't
See if
touch my
anybody's
rep.
here.
Don't knock on that door, bro. Don't do it.
I will
Don't
say this
knock on the
door is
door.
painted very nice though. Whether it's secondhand or not, the door looks very nice. Hello there.
Don't touch it, bro. Don't do it.
All right, so there's the that's I don't know what
Man.
building that is. I just call it the dead building.
The dead building.
It's not painted or anything of that nature. It looks scandalous. Got your rock over there, the Rock of Gibraltar.
Ugh.
All right. I mean, this building does look much better, but this is the one that they painted. And apparently, just looking at it, you look up.
We on
He
some
must
more
have gotten somebody
downspouts.
to scaffold this because you can't paint this with some. I mean, the black right here, the black edging, that's pretty nicely painted. So somebody must have done something. Oh, some more cameras.
But see, that's the thing. All these block parties he had there, no one asked him, why does this building look better than the other one? It's like his entire cult following didn't hear when he said in that interview, I had no intentions of opening both buildings. It was always the plan. He said it was always the plan to open the smaller school building, try that out, see how it goes, and then go out, to the next building, work our way up and open the next building from that point. So the question would be, can you imagine how long it would have taken between the first building opening and the second building opening? Why buy two school buildings? Why? It's not necessary. And if nothing else, let's say K-12 management only bought this building, right? And the other building ends up being, the dead man walking building ends up being bulldozed. You can always buy the property and then rebuild a new building because you can't renovate that building. That black mold is embedded through the foundation and everything. I don't, it would not pass inspection. Just like Brother Malik said, they would have to just take that whole building down at this point. The amount of money it would take to treat the black mold. Shout out to Manny. Shout out to Brother Malik. To those who even know a little bit about construction and repairs and anything like that. It would take more money to treat the black mold than it would for him to just start over and actually build a new building. This is coming from the man that scrubs out 2-year-old Dookie from toilets. Okay. That is so crazy. Umar doesn't have a bit of sense. Umar and cleanliness don't belong in the same sentence. I know, right? Right, there is no one around. It's creepy. Absolutely. It's so, oh my God, it's so quiet there. It's eerie. And who knows who is inside the Dead Man Walking building? I'm gonna call it Dead Man Walking because you can't make this up. He seems only to be focused on the small gym and the small school that has no cafeteria. Yeah, how are the kids gonna eat? How is he even gonna be able to afford it? Because he wouldn't want the government's help with getting, a school breakfast lunch plan in place. None of that. No nutrition plan from the Department of Education. He would have had to, there are certain laws you got to follow, but he would have had to come up with all of that on his own. He's not even smart enough to say, okay, I'm not going to have K-12 management or Stride Inc. buy two buildings if I'm only going to open one either way. The other building is like an eyesore. It's crazy. And it's riddled with black mold. He's going to have to tear it down. It'll take $5 to $7 million estimated to treat that building as large as it is. That's probably minimum. It might be more than that, depending on how deep the mold is penetrated through the foundation. It probably would take more money. You're basically saying you're going to spend at least $5 million for someone to come out there and determine this is too cumbersome and it will be a waste of time, knowing that we might not get it all. If it's been here for almost 9 years, we might as well take it down. And that's just what we could see visibly with that building. The smaller school building still had mold as well. I don't see any downspouts. Are y'all not seeing it? Anybody in construction should not be seeing downspouts on the smaller building too. Yeah, Jay Wiz, James Miller. What outside don't mean it looks better inside what I seen in 2013. You're talking about 12 years ago. You're talking about what you saw 12 years ago. James, you can troll all day, but I wouldn't even advise you to go in that building because I just wouldn't want anybody to go in there and get sick. Then you come out with the bubonic plague. Then what? It's like Dead Man Walking. You would not last long in that building with all that black mold, James. You saying going in from 2013, 12 years? Come on, man. He don't have to show me no evidence. It's been 12 years. He said he went in at 2013. It's been 12 years, James. So no, no. You ain't been in 12 years. What's the downspouts again? Because I'm not seeing them.
Shout out to what's up? Oh yeah, there's a lot of cameras over here now. So I wonder why he has so
I
many
don't think
cameras
those work
here,
either.
but they're not over there pointing this way. Because he could just literally have a camera right there pointing and getting the whole purview of the building. Because it looks like these cameras are kind of pointing over there. Interesting. Probably
The
because there's no
cameras don't
power in
work.
that other building. That's probably what it is. All right, so that one's got power on this side. Again, just not well taken care of, man.
Exactly, Francis.
I don't see how this is gonna last. I really don't. I really don't see it.
Chernobyl.
It just
Exactly.
looks.
As I'm going to Chernobyl. Demo the building, start over. Thank you. Exactly.
All right, so I'm about to do my Umar impersonation real
Brothers and
quick.
sisters. Come on, Jay Witt.
All right, grace and peace, everybody. I'm out here. I got my Assassin's Maroon on.
He already messed up. He didn't even say everything 3 times. Jay Witt, you were supposed to say peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. You got to go all the way there, Jay Witt. You got to go all the way there, big bro. And you got to say it 3 times, man. Then you got to go through the laundry list of different Africans that, Umar makes up in his head that don't exist. You got to make all that up. And you got to say it fast and say it 3 times. He already being nice about it.
I'm checking out FDMG Academy. And as you can see, it is as disappointing as we thought it would be.
Y'all.
Not a lot going on here. There's not a lot happening at all. So I'm going to finish up. I'm going to probably keep this live going. What's up? That homie right there. They got some homies around here. Anyway, I'm going to probably keep this live up because I got another place I'm going to go to in a second. So we're going to check it out together. But yeah, this is it. FDMG is looking pretty scandalous. I don't know what
Uh-oh.
I love for somebody to tell me, like, what's he saying about the school now? Because I think he's like traveling. I think he's overseas or down in South America or something.
Let me answer that. He's saying nothing about the schools. And then when he does, he says he's not going to give an open date. He's not going to give more information about it. He's sick of all the YouTube struggle streamers, including myself and Lennon Honor and KKC and The Lounge and Danny's World and Jay Witt and all of us that Black Anonymous, people that just keeping our foot on his neck. Information Man Show. Yeah, we going in. We going hard. And forgive me if I overlook someone, but it's many of us keeping our foot on his neck. So yeah, we can answer that easy. He doesn't care about the schools.
Like,
He doesn't care.
how does this work? When do you actually work on the school, my guy? Because there's a lot of stuff.
Boo. You can't make this up.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to be taken care of. I don't know how he's not doing stuff for the school. And I mean, this neighborhood is not as bad. I just knew it was going to be like just a total rundown northern community. No, it looks nice, but I just can't see them
I know, right?
shelling out $5 and $6, $7, $1,000 a month for a school that's not been proven. I just can't see that happening here. Maybe he did his demographics and he knows that that will work. There's a budget worked,
Exactly.
but I'm looking at row houses behind me. Just look right here. Hold on. I just see row houses. I don't see how are they budgeting in like just row houses upon row houses. I don't know how that's going to work out. So we'll see what happens. Hey, how are you, homie? So yeah, this is FDMG, the untried school.
You can't make this up.
And the untested, unverified
exactly
school.
Holes in the ceiling.
I'm not gonna mess around up there. I'm pretty sure the building is locked. I'm not trying to go in there. If it was open, it'd probably be a problem anyway. We got Dorito bags out here. Yay. We got Dorito bags out here. We got people leaving trash out.
James, why don't you go to the school buildings and at least clean up the trash on the outside? Can you tell us where the purple luggage went? Because I didn't see it. I'm just saying. And I'm just giving you a heads up. If thou be a real person, don't go in the building where the black mold is. Okay? I'm not advocating for anybody to go in the building. It's absolutely a waste of time and good health. If you value your liberty and good freedom and good health, you wouldn't go in that building. So man, I'll be walking away. I'll just go straight to an ER after this. You go in that building, you need to brace yourself for a long hospital stay. You're talking about pneumonia and everything else in between. Oh my good Lord.
Out here. But no, yeah, man, this is going to be pretty interesting. I don't think
you can't make this up.
They're going to see much more action. I think this is probably all that they're going to see, in my opinion, in my assessment. Without, again, I would just love to know, like, how does he? Hold on, somebody just asked me a question. Oh, that's where I'm going to go have lunch. I'm about to head over there right now and go have lunch in a second.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm on my way over there in a second. I'm about to go get me some lunch because your boy is hungry, actually.
You can't make this up.
Yeah, this is just an interesting spot, man. And maybe at one time it had potential. Maybe it had a lot of potential.
Y'all see the mirrors? Y'all see how it's reflecting immediately what's on the outside? I mean, it's clearly reflecting the building across the street. You can see it right there in the mirror. I'm surprised he didn't kind of lean up to see if he could see through it. Y'all see the not the mirrors, the windows. They look like mirrors. Y'all see that, right? Hold on. Where's we at?
So much work in order to make it happen. I just can't see how. Yeah, because this building's a standalone building. This is a whole standalone building by itself. Yeah. So that's one. There's two. This would be.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You could clearly see what's across the street in this window. So he put up this two-way glass type thing for the windows where if you're on the inside, it's reflecting like a mirror on the inside. And if you're on the outside, it's reflecting what's on the outside. But Famer Tube and Uncle Mo, shout out to Uncle Mo TV. Uncle Mo, when they went to the buildings to do tours, they both leaned in to see if they could see through. Neither one of them can see through the windows. So you want to put kids in a school where you've got these two-way mirror as a window where they can't see out, no one can see in. These kids will have anxiety and PTSD all day. And then, if you're talking about kids coming in that might need to be on an IEP or, you know, quite possibly have ADHD, how does this help a kid with ADHD to know they can't even see the outdoors? And then we can't see what's going on the inside, so who knows what's happening to the kids on the inside? You can see clear. It's like a mirror. This reflection is just too spot on in the middle, in the middle of the day. It's not bright and sunny, but I don't expect to be able to see this clearly. And because two other people already said they can't see on the inside, those are not traditional windows.
This is just an interesting spot, man. And maybe at one time it had potential. Maybe it had a lot of potential. At
Don't
one
make me
point,
so too.
I just don't see it. I just don't see how you're going to do this. Not on donations, man. You need a huge influx of money, a huge influx of students, man. This is, uh, yeah, you're not really fully conceptualizing how big this place is. I guess,
Oh yeah, it's
now I'm
huge.
looking at it, I can see why he says he has four buildings because he's parting this building right here with the painting on it. This building right here, that's two. That little building right there with the red, black, and green door, and then this building right here. That's how he's counting.
Well, so the other building has an independent gym. Correct me if I'm wrong, because that's the same gym. If that be the case, that's the same gym. Umar alleged that a brand new white Mercedes SUV drove through and then set the gym on fire. Y'all remember him saying that in the interview with Father Baba Yaga? That one interview revealed so much about his true intentions. It's not even funny. The fact that he would even lie about a brand new white Mercedes Benz SUV driving into the smaller gym. That's what he said, the smaller gym. And then whoever drove it lit it on fire. A brand new car, a Mercedes Benz at that. Who the hell was it? Mercedes Benz or BMW? Shout out to you, Rivka. How you doing, honey? Ain't seen you in a while. I hope all is well with you. Thank you for tuning in. S File said, yeah, 10 years ago, if the buildings had been immediately taken care of, probably would have worked. Yeah, he was never going to open the bigger one anyway. But the smaller one, we still have to determine whether or not it's black mold inside that building. Umar didn't get anything treated, and he painted over stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was black mold in the smaller building either. That would be that too. Exactly. You can't let buildings sit like that and then there's mold on top of that. Now it's just a mess. Exactly. The city needs to say, we're going to take these buildings because you're not doing anything with them. It's been 7 years and you haven't shown any sign that you're going to do something with it, because now it's becoming a health hazard. You got a boys and girls club right next to it. Umar doesn't give two craps about anybody's child, let alone his own. Because if he cared, he would not want that building sitting there decaying and rotting with more black mold to grow next to a boys and girls club. He knows that there are children in the neighborhood right next to these buildings. Umar, you're an idiot and you're selfish. Why would you want that black moldy building to be next to a boys and girls club after 7 years? You can't make this up. And you don't plan on opening it. He already told on himself. Inspections have to happen. So unless he is announcing they passed the inspection today, wants to hear his exactly. The buildings wouldn't pass inspection. I don't think either one of them would. Because there wasn't a whole lot of permits on file, because we went through the permits. There were not a whole lot of permits reflecting that a lot of work was done to the smaller building either. So unless he's got Debo in them to do something on the buildings, I expect to see some sort of sign of a car going through that smaller gym. We didn't see that. He said a SUV, somebody drove an SUV into the smaller gym. But I don't see any residuals of that. And yet I didn't see an actual permit for any construction that was done to the smaller gym that is on the city website. I didn't see a building permit for that. The only one we saw was where there was a fire and it came in, and based on the permit, some general cleanup was done because the fire took out what, 4 rooms? But he didn't say it was due to a car crash and someone did that on purpose. And yet, no police report for that. Police didn't come out, nothing. Because if the police showed up, if they were called because somebody drove a car into a small gym of a school or what's supposed to be a school, I would have gotten that body camera footage. Nothing available. And then when he was asked why he didn't report it to the authorities, well, he just gave a laundry list of dumb reasons that defy logic. It makes no sense. 40 said, what is Norman Bates Atundo doing now? So Jay just went to the building. He's up in Delaware. He just went by the school buildings to do, an updated tour. And he's basically confirming what FamerTube, the Mademoiselle, and Uncle Mo TV have already said about the buildings being in bad shape and mold and stuff. He even saw the bus, the short bus that's never going to work. So it's just more proof Umar's not trying to open no school. He's too busy going to Brazil, sitting there with, a Tula suit on with some white socks. I mean, just it's crazy stuff. Let's get back to it, y'all.
Conceptualize how big this place is. I guess, now I'm looking at it, I can see why he says he has 4 buildings, because he's parting this building right here with the painting on it. This building right
James,
here,
stop lying
that's
to us.
2. That little building right there with the red, black, and green door, and then this building right here, that's how he's counting. That's what I think he's doing to count 4. I don't think that's right. It sounds like some finagle math right there, some fugazi math. But yeah, this would require so much work in order to make it happen. I just can't see how. Yeah, because this building's a standalone building. This is a whole standalone building by itself. So that's
Okay,
1.
James.
There's 2. This would be 3. And then the one down there is probably like 4. I guess that's the only thing I can conclude. But yeah, this is definitely a standalone building. So that's not
Well, that
attached
must
to
be the
anything. So
gym.
that would be a fully different building. I don't know I think this is the gymnasium, I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
That
think
might be
he's
the
in there.
gym.
That's a gymnasium, so that would be a different building.
Is that the gym he's living out of with all that junk cluttered in there? Because it can't be the other one. I mean, of all the dumb things for Umar to do, he would not be dumb enough to go into the bigger building with all that black mold. So that must be the gym where he's got all his, personal effects, like he lives there. Umar, move out the school. Move out that building. It's not yours. Your name's not on the deed. You don't own it. You can't make this up.
Are the buildings state of the art? Yeah, about that. Let's just say
That'd be a
they
hell
are
no.
lacking the art. They're in a state of ill
State art.
repair. So I guess technically they are state of the art of repair. There we go. So that's how they are.
God,
Because no, they're not. They're not state of the art.
it's trash there,
No.
no, right?
So no, this is a great question. Somebody said, "Who's using these buildings?" So this is Umar Johnson's alleged school. What's happening, young blood? Um, yeah, you got to talk. You got to know how to talk around
Sounds
here
like
because
a
you will
cult.
not
It
leave from here
is.
otherwise. So this is Umar Johnson's alleged.
It is a cult. Christ, it's a cult. Umar has a cult. I call them the Umar Tardians. I try to let James come up and or email me and evidence and stuff like that, and he refuses to do it. James, where's the vendor information you said you were gonna send me? Don't think I forgot, James. And don't sit here and go silent because you want to run from that. Where is the vendor information you said you were going to send me? And when I say vendor information, I want to see a contract and I want to see vendor invoices and see if they were paid and how they were paid. That's what I want to see. I don't even need like a account number or anything, just the method of payment to the vendors. Where the vendor invoices at? Because if he had vendors come out there and he didn't have a contract with them, they barely had permits, and there's no vendor invoices or anything like that, then that means he paid these vendors under the table. And guess what, James? The IRS would love to know more about that as well, because you paying vendors under the table with no contract, no nothing. You have no way of vetting these vendors or these contractors to make sure that they're even qualified to do this work. You're talking about a place where small children are supposed to be coming to. You got to take this stuff seriously, man. And what announcement are you talking about on December 4th? You can't make this stuff up.
His school that he's going to start the FDMG Academy out of. And many people have been riding his bumper because for the last decade, at least a decade, he's got nothing done but just collecting donations, just collecting bread, but nothing happening. So this is it. Even like what?
Get one of my fantastic mods, please drop my email in the chat. James, stop playing around. Email me the information. Or not, I mean not, but just don't keep saying you're gonna do it. Good grief.
Where the cameras are angled just seems weird. Who put those up there like that? I'd love to know if this is a good security protocol.
Hey, Omni.
Because you can tell like this building is the only one that has power, but there are no security cameras on this side. Like this is the only one that has power.
Exactly, Francisco. We're waiting for the evidence, James.
So, and I think this is the one that they broke into with the books. So I think that's odd that, he said we got security cameras. Like, there's no cameras on this building. So very interesting. Very interesting. Let me get this out of the way. Don't be standing up in the middle of the street.
Yep, sicko coat.
So yeah, this is going to be wild. But I just wanted y'all to see this. I'm heading over to the infamous 920 North King Street next. Since I'm up here, might as well. Don't get everybody upset with me. Everybody. So yeah, that's it. Hey, I will say, hey, no shade. Those doors are painted very nicely. I ain't gonna lie. And those are professionally painted. Those look really nice. I ain't gonna lie. I give credit where credit's due. That FDMG is wore out.
Yeah, I would love to know who painted it because James is taking his time about sending me vendor contract info. But here's the thing: what good is that door, or the mirror, or those inoperable cameras? Because Umar's not paying the monthly fee for a security service. I can guarantee you that. You don't just put up cameras and that's it. You got to pay to have that stuff monitored, those cameras maintained, all of that. Where is the video footage? Where's the video feed going to? What software program, what platform, what system is this information being stored on, or where is it recording in real time? Those aren't like Ring cameras or anything. You're talking about something that was supposed to be for more, industrial like. So where's the camera feed going to? I would love to know the name of the security company that's monitoring these cameras and the data, the feed that comes in. Because otherwise, these don't work until I see any evidence that these cameras were installed and set up and being monitored by some company somewhere where this video feed is being recorded to. And it has to be 24/7 because who's controlling the system on the back end to even cut the cameras off? Then that would defeat the purpose of it, because Umar is always talking about something with the Black community, but yet you don't see a whole lot of action like that. If anything, you have to worry about the homeless people who may be on drugs or something like that. You have to worry about them going into the building. But to have the security service running 24/7 and these cameras and the building's not even open, it will be a waste of money and time. So I would expect to see a bill from some, provider that's monitoring the security camera, the feed, where is it going, what backup server is it going to? All of that goes into play. You can't make this up. That's why I said it's not working. Because there's nothing else indicating that they are.
It's wore out. So, yeah, I don't know. I just want to see how he's going to try to pull this off. Because, just on the upkeep of the outside alone, it looks crazy. So we're not even talking about what's
Hit the
inside.
like button.
Just the outside of the buildings are not well taken care of. They're not maintained at all. I don't know how he's going to pull that off
Exactly, husband. We
and
don't know.
scam a lot that into the people. I don't know how he's going to do it. Okay, so this building right here, like, see how that's painted? Somebody painted that with who was drunk. But see, the rest of this is painted very well. So I don't know what happened. Okay, let's see if I can find this fourth building real quick.
Exactly, friend. The buildings aren't even insured. So let's say the cameras are operable for, argument's sake, and something does happen. You don't have any insurance to cover it. So what who's going to pay for whatever damage or repairs? James Miller is going to pay it because he still gives Umar his money. James, let me explain something to you. Here in the Lady Luck Club, the Lucksters will not be giving Umar a dime of money because they know that he's not trying to open any school whatsoever. And I would never advocate for anyone to donate to a Umar Johnson. Now, I can't control what anyone does, but I would like to think that the Luxers have a lot more sense than that. So you telling us you still donating to him after 12 years, it's laughable. It's not, it's not a badge of honor or anything. You can't make it. It's just laughable, James. Come on, man.
Yeah, there ain't no fourth building, man. Dude be lying. Ain't no fourth building over here, dude.
Make this up.
Boys and Girls Club. Look at all of them could be coming right over here talking about learning something about reading or learning about doing a book club or after school care, math enrichment. Nothing. All right, so now let me get in the car real
Let
quick.
me go back.
Yeah, there ain't no fourth building, man. Dude be lying. Ain't no fourth building over here, dude.
Ooh, I lie like hell.
Boys and Girls Club. Look at all of them could be coming right over here talking about learning something about reading or learning about doing a book club or after school care, math enrichment. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
All right, so now let me get in the car. 1 second.
Ooh, child. So that's the end of that tour. And then he goes into the car and then he goes to uh Candace attorney's building. So that's the end of that tour from Jay Witt. So shout out to Jay Witt for going by the school. And yet again, Umar, this is the fourth person in the year of our Lord 2025 that has gone by that school building. And it seems to get progressively worse. These are not state of the art. You pretend as if these videos are not on the internet. When you say state of the art, just because you claim these buildings are state of the art, we can't take you seriously. And that is the bus. You can't make this up. Shout out to Jay Witt, my brother in Christ. Y'all, so let's see here. There was a video. Okay, there are two videos the lounge put up with Brazil. Because he somehow thinks, yeah, I'm just gonna go to Brazil and not pay any attention to those school buildings. So she put up two videos. They're relatively short, and then we're gonna get to the watch party of the first episode of the series on Brother Polight. Another Umar, just skinny and ugly.
Hey y'all, how are y'all doing this morning? How are y'all doing this morning? Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. How are y'all doing? Whew, Umar finessed 3 times, y'all. I'm telling you, Umar, he is a mess. I gotta
Did she ever show
start
this
some
in this
greens
video?
for Thanksgiving.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to this one.
Hey.
Okay, this is the one she shows what's going on. I'm sorry. The other one was, I think she was just giving some commentary. Y'all watch it either way, but for the sake of brevity, I just want to get to the actual footage of him being in Brazil so we can get on to the episode 1 of Polight.
Hey y'all, happy Sunday. How are y'all doing today? Y'all, we got some breaking news. Umar had an event last night in Brazil, and y'all remember him said up on his Instagram that the show was sold out?
Yes, I would. If I had the money to go there, I would. I sure would. Ripka said, look how those same garbage bags are still sitting outside crazy. Exactly. James Miller, you're slipping. Why don't you go there and pick up the trash on the outside of the building? I don't understand. Umar can't even get, you know, a couple homeless people to just pick up the trash and give them a couple dollars for it. Buy them a meal, some chicken, something. You know, you just leaving the trash out here. Oh, one of your what's it? Bernard said, "When is trash day?" He can't make this up. All right, let's get back to it. If I could afford that trip, I sure would. I sure would.
I mean, y'all cannot believe what I am about to show y'all. When we talk about a show that sold out, we talking about maybe $1.2 million or something around the money that he scammed. But y'all, let's check this video out and see exactly how many people was there. Because I mean, if I'm reading right and if my sight is good on this beautiful Sunday morning, it looks like there was maybe 10 people up in that event. Now, if my eyes is playing tricks on me, y'all, please let me know. But I counted about maybe 10 people up in there, and he was selling, talking, and saying that the show event was sold out. I mean, I was like, oh, okay, this
He's got a whole entourage.
people, okay, is that what we doing? But y'all, Umar is in Brazil, and he had an event last night, and it don't look like it was a big.
Okay, it looked like some people went with him. Any of you all recognize these people with him? Let me know if you do. If any one of you all recognize these people that he's got with him, just let me know who they are. Because there's no way he traveled there. And I'm seeing like 4 or 5 different luggages being, you know, wheeled away. So obviously he took some people with him. So he can't afford to do a damn thing. So how is it that you got an entourage? You can't make this
event. But y'all, let me know what y'all think. Can y'all please count these people for me? Because I want to make sure that my eyes ain't playing tricks on me. Because you know, Umar is the most requested scholar. So it should have been full house. I mean, it should have been packed like Cat Williams comedy shows. I'm just saying. But y'all, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment box below. Let me know what y'all think about this situation right here, y'all.
Oh, wait, I don't know if that's copyrighted. I don't want to take a chance on that. Yeah, okay. Look at all the scenery. Look at Spike Head. What's going on with his hair? What in the heck? Hold on.
Ain't playing tricks on me, because you know Umar is the most requested scholar, so it should have been full house. I mean, it should have been packed like Cat Williams comedy shows. I'm just saying. But y'all, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment box below. Let me know what y'all think about this situation right here, y'all.
Umar still like he need a bath. So y'all see he's there. Somebody was recording it, live streaming it. I mean, he's just out doing tourism and events. Nothing about the school. Y'all look at this dude. What's going on with that dude here? Where are they? Anyone know exactly where they are? Did I miss the name of the building? Hold on, let me see. What the VAR is at? I see the word coat. Y'all see this? Look at, what is it? Hold on, let me say. I see the word coat, and that's so funny. Of all things, you see the word coat just stand out like that. What building is this? Tavares, can you say what's the name of the building? Can you see it? Y'all hit the like button, please, for me if you don't mind. Hit that like button and drop a heart in the chat when you do. Excuse me. Yeah, this spike head thing. So, independent. Hold on. Continuing independent mortals. What is that? Study memorial. Okay, Tavares said this is the Anglolan consulate in Brazil. Wow. Okay. Afro code. That's what I saw. Afro code. Yeah, Angolan consulate in Brazil. Did I get it? Mortos means dead. Okay. What? Wait a minute. So this is what? The independence of I'm assuming that's like continual dead. So is that music copyrighted? Mortos means dead. That's crazy. If the next thing, I don't know if that's copyrighted. I can't take the chance on it. YouTube love flagging my videos for some music, and you wouldn't think it was copyrighted. Are they? I don't know what they are. I can't tell you, honey. Do they see him as entertaining? More of a meme? James Miller. His daughter was in a psych ward, yet he is gallivanting around the globe. Shameful. Exactly. Yes, it's copyrighted. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna play it then. Stop it.
A piece.
Oh, hold on. She started back talking. Ah.
Oh, alopecia. Oh, alopecia. Alopecia seswisha. OMG, y'all.
Okay. I think it's looping a little bit. Yeah. So it just kind of goes through the same thing here. So shout out to all of you guys is keeping me informed and emailing me this information. Lene Stacks, Black Anonymous, who else? Manny, of course, he always keep me up to date on this stuff. Yep. Tomorrow we'll be doing I'll be on Information Man Show. I just got the invite for him. So shout out to Information Man Show. We're gonna be doing a live stream with Information Man Show tomorrow. So all right, y'all. This is pretty much the full video. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the main event. What the heck? Oh no. With the disgraceful fall of Brother Polight Part 1. So shout out to Hood Horrors for the series he's starting. And I can promise you all, you will not be disappointed because he's doing a fantastic job, or he did a fantastic job with Nature Boy and Carbonation and that cult. So he went on ahead and started. This is the first episode of the series, and I'm just expecting it to be just as awesome as Nature Boy. So put a 1 in the chat when you can see and hear. If I can get one of the mods to drop the YouTube channel link for Hood Horrors, I would appreciate it, as well as the Information Man Show. Tomorrow, I will be on the Information Man Show, rocking it out with him, and I am very excited. So make sure you guys tune in. When I'm done for the evening, I'll set up the joint stream that he has so you guys can see it from Information Man Show and my channel as well. All right, let's get to it. I'm excited about these series. September 16th.
Michael Nowak. This is the first time I have spoken publicly about what you've done to my daughter and I. I have gracefully remained silent the last 2.5 years. 2.5 years of pain, shock, disbelief, PTSD, constant nightmares, and daily triggers. Trying to help my daughter heal when I'm not even healed myself.
Wow.
What you have done to my daughter, myself, and my entire family is inexcusable. You hurt us all. You made me believe that you were such a great man and you could do no wrong. You made me fully trust you, and for that, my daughter trusted you too. But the truth is, you're a monster.
I have legal counsel. It wouldn't be wise to circumvent or undermine any of their efforts in an endeavor to so-called clear my name before public opinion, the court of public opinion. Wouldn't make sense to do that. So,
can someone confirm if that's his real name, Michael Nowak? Y'all let me know. Marion Lauren will know what's going on there in Brazil. Did you see her live video about the trip in Brazil? I did. She did an interview with, I guess, someone that attended the event and saw Umar. So I did see that. It was hard to hear the lady, because her accent. Naturally, English is not her primary language, but from what I was able to hear and pick up, yeah. Let's see. Polight is known to date women who have young daughters for reasons. Oh my God. Okay, Black Anonymous just confirmed. Yes, Michael Nowak, Noak. Cool. All right, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Let's get back to it.
So what I'm expressing to you guys is, get your popcorn ready.
What?
That's what I'm saying. Get your popcorn ready, because I'm out there incredibly stupid. I'm a genius, but one thing I got patience. Because when you know your destiny and you know your fate, can't nobody control you.
The shameful downfall. Oh,
Michael Nowak Jr., aka Brother Polight, was born in Brooklyn on August 10th, 1983. Just after he was born, for reasons relating to domestic violence, his mother gave custody of him and his older sister to his father.
My father was a bit abusive. He raised myself and my sister up until the point of age 8. Then he walked out on us. I believe he's depressed. He suffered from alcoholism at the time. And I believe he was overwhelmed by the social pressure of not being able to respond as a man in the household. And I believe that's the reason he most likely left. I was grief-stricken by it, so I didn't speak about him much because I was angered by it, because I was holding on to him in light of the fact I didn't have my mother. Everybody else may have judged him, but I just did what I could do to let him know that I embraced him. And so when he left, I was plagued by it, because as much as I forgave him for whatever he did wrong, it still wasn't enough.
He would end up moving in with his grandmother on his father's side after his father left. He grew up in the Brownsville section of Brooklyn, and in the mid-90s, when Bloods and Crips were establishing themselves in New York City, Brother Polight joined the Crips. He was about 15 years old at the time. It would be around the same time that he would start getting arrested for petty crimes and would end up being sent to a group home for troubled youth.
In between that time, I was in shelters, group homes, homeless at one point.
Wow.
That's kind of how that whole thing worked out.
A few years later, at the age of 17, he reunited with his mother, but that would be extremely short-lived.
She died the week that I met her. I didn't know she was suffering from cancer. So I had my 7 days with her, and I never really got a chance to expound on some of my discontentment with her not being in my life.
Over the course of the next few years, Brother Polight would be arrested a few more times. The charges ranged from gun possession to assault, but he never made it to prison. Each time he was arrested, it would only result in him staying on Rikers Island for a few months at a time. During those difficult times, he maintained a relationship with his girlfriend Juliet. He'd been with her since the age of 13. She would later be known as Aminette.
How much more darker did this beautiful black woman want to get? She be out here. She can't sunbathe enough. Look at her.
In late 2005, Brother Polight and Aminette will learn they were expecting their first child. This great news will come around the same time as Brother Polight would be diagnosed with diabetes. And to make matters worse, the diabetes had led to a severe case of gangrene in his foot. At the same time of all of this happening, him and Aminette were going through difficulties as far as finances were concerned, and they were on the brink of being homeless. But it would be around this time that he was presented with the opportunity to run a bookstore that was owned by Dr. York. Dr. York created the Nuwaubian School of Comedic Science that mixed UFO science, black nationalism, and conspiracy theories into a philosophy for black empowerment.
The dominant theology or belief was that Black people were the original people on the earth that could be traced back to Egypt, and that Black people should be called Moors.
When he first...
Oh man, so he was a Moor? You can't make this up. And I'm just gonna say, because I'm still learning a lot about the conscious community, just as a part of the research and stuff while we report on Umar and dive into these series. And it seems like the prominent people representing this, not saying everyone, I'm just saying the ones that make it look bad, they're also caught up in this concept of a Moor or a soft sit. So they get in trouble a lot, and they try to say, hey, I'm not bound by U.S. laws. But when it comes down to how their cases are handled, then they want to exercise some constitutional right that they allege that they're not bound by. And that stuff never works in court, because the first thing, especially if it's a criminal matter, first thing the judge will say, if you don't think that you are, under our jurisdiction, walk out of this courtroom and see what happens. Why come to court? Why not just take your chances and then, let whatever happens? Doesn't mean that the law is not going to be exercised and that you will not be capious if you miss a court hearing. But you got judges that are starting to sanction soft sits and Moors because it's like an abuse of the courts. And then they go around and try to report the judges if the judges doesn't do what they want them to do. And they try to put a lien on judges' houses and all this other stuff because they don't want to follow laws. Now, like I said, I'm not saying everyone, I'm just saying the ones that make it look bad. It just seems like this is a common pattern. That cult-like behavior, cult of personality, they want to be polygamous, they're abusive, but then they come from this, abusive childhood. And it's like where the abused becomes the abuser. And then they don't really start thinking twice about things until they get caught. Till they end up in trouble. Just like Nature Boy. This is something else.
Started teaching, his first bookstore was in Coney Island. And when he first started teaching, his doctrine was what they call, what they would format as a form of Egyptology. He had to change those teachings and go into religion. And the reason why he went into religion for 25 plus years is because he had to bring the people to an overstanding of loving themselves first. The only way to break a spell is by giving you a spell. So the spell I give you the medicine. Same thing with a disease. If you have a disease, they have to give you an immune shot. And the shot they're giving you is a dose of that disease.
No. If you got somebody under a spell, why you want to give another spell? That's just exchanging one spell for another. How about not even encouraging spells? How about that? How about we not sit here and say things that sounds like witchcraft? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like going from one, the Babylon is just like a cult. Okay, but you're going into another cult. And, history in and of itself is rich on its own, where you don't have to make up stuff about history. I can guarantee you this person can't even trace his roots back to Africa. Probably would never do a genealogy type of testing. None of that. Like it's not necessary to add in things that cannot be proven when it comes to, just history in general, especially history that traces back to Egypt. That in and of itself is already interesting. Why sit here and say, oh, there's a thing called Moors, and somehow the Moors controlled the U.S. before it became the U.S., and now they're going to live in the U.S., they squatter in people's houses and all this other nonsense, and they don't think they have to pay bills or taxes or go to work or get a job or do anything like that. But when they go to court, then it's, oh, the justice system is so unfair. No, you just think you're supposed to live for free. What the heck is that mindset? You don't need to change one out. Let me exchange this this spell on you, and then I'm going to put a spell on you. Why? I don't want your spell either. Isn't the idea to be free in your mind?
So if religion and is the disease, then what my father did is he gave you a dose of it.
Dr. York would begin to attract a huge following when he brought his teachings to the streets of Bushwick, Brooklyn. in the early
I'll get the
70s.
verse.
He went by the name of Imam Isa because he had a group called the Ansar Allah Community, which is a Muslim group.
Dr. York's unique way of delivering his message made him stand out amongst other leaders in the black community at that time. To many, his message resonated, and they gravitated towards his doctrine.
You must understand that during that time, the major Islam movement at the time was the, I believe it's the Wardi Fard groups. And
yeah, this is just like a Scientology type of cult. I mean, it's still based on some level of religion, but it's not like they practice the full religion. And then, they've never been to Egypt or to, any country in Africa. But yet they say that Moors, were the original owners or occupiers of the U.S. So it's like, we're just taking our land back. Why don't you try to go to Africa and see how well that goes? Because I highly doubt you will survive over there.
The Elijah Muhammad, it was very few that were out there at the time. And from there, he was able to cultivate or to make, bring or draw near a group of people.
A lot of people were looking for something that wasn't Christian, something that wasn't the regular typical religion. They was looking for, it was that Black Power movement, that civil rights movement, that era, so they was looking for more. Like,
as his following grew, Dr. York began buying dilapidated properties in the area and renovated them for housing and or businesses. Throughout his time in Bushwick, he would end up buying and renovating around 20 vacant buildings.
They had a base. They had an office, they had buildings, they had a masjid, it's like a prayer, like a church. They had stores, and the brothers would go out in the street and sell books and stuff. We had our own products because they were trying to, live for and build for, like building a community and a nation type of thing.
By the early 80s, by way of numerous lucrative business ventures, Dr. York had become a multimillionaire. He purchased 80 acres of land in the Catskills in upstate New York. Around 1984, him and a large number of his followers left Brooklyn and moved upstate to the new land. Besides being a charismatic teacher, he was also a good singer. Around the same time as moving to the Catskills, he was signed to Passion Records and released a single titled Only a Dream. In January of 1993, after nearly a decade of living in the Catskills, York, besides being a charismatic teacher, he was also a good singer. Around the same time as moving to the Catskills, he was signed to Passion Records and released a single titled Only a Dream.
What the? Why he got the? Is he wearing makeup? Why does he look so pretty about it? You can't make this up. Have anybody heard of this song? Any of y'all heard of this song? That Pimp Daddy. I know, right? Yo, he's prettier than Freddie Jackson and Luther Vandross combined. You can't make this up. What was he going for here? I mean, he looks like a real pretty type. What would you expect from a real grown woman type of pretty? What the heck is going on? Y'all, he got that soul glow in his hair too. Come get your slow glow. Just let it shine through. Soul glow. Shout out to Coming to America. You can't make this up. Y'all, he looks just like, he look like the dude from Coming to America. The real pretty one, the soul glow.
In January of 1993, after nearly a decade of living in the Catskills, York and his followers moved to Georgia. He paid nearly $1 million for 476 acres of land in the northwest corner of Putnam County, just outside the small town of Eatonton. It was here where Dr. York said they would establish their own nation, declare sovereignty from the United States, and promote Black superiority.
Malachi York, declared himself kind of a sovereign over the nation, prophet, a messenger of God. He knew the correct things, to do. Other people were in error.
Okay, is he practicing like what? Was he practicing, Islam? Was he a Muslim? Which God are we talking about here? Because the God I serve would say, nope, objection. You are not sovereign. Are you kidding me? The United States of America does not take kindly to threats, domestic or foreign, nor will we allow some mere mortal to walk around talking about how they're more sovereign than the entirety of the United States. What the heck is going on?
When it concerned people of African descent.
He constructed the compound with Egyptian structures, pyramids, and fake palm trees. He named the compound Tamaray.
So living on the land, I would say, it was a great experience. Not everybody got to experience it.
Once you crossed that pylon, you automatically knew you was in a different place. The whole vibration, the whole energy, Tamaray had its own energy.
It was a very great experience, very positive. No fighting, nobody drinking, nobody's taking drugs. It was the most safest environment to be in.
It was a warm, kind of loving feeling.
The feeling living there was like nothing ever I've ever experienced, to be honest.
It's very, peaceful and calm. It's very spiritual.
I don't feel like it's something that you can really describe.
It was completely different from being out there in the world.
Really?
Yeah, that's a whole coat. That's a compound. So Tamaray was the beginning of Moors. And then they claim to be like Moorish Americans. No, don't claim the American part. I don't understand why sit here and think you have sovereignty over the United States of America. Why not just go buy some land in another country and think you're sovereign wherever you are? Why here in the U.S.? Or here's a better question. Why not go back to the continent of Africa where you believe you've originated from? Okay, not like they had any genealogy tracing or anything, but whatever. But why not go back to Africa and buy some land there where you originated from as a Moor? Why try to do that stuff here in the U.S.? Is it because of the money? I take $500, Alex. Shout out to Alex Trebek. But that's what this comes down to. He didn't work. He didn't have a job. How did he generate all this money to buy this compound like this? Was it another situation where donors are just funding his lifestyle? How did they get all this money? He only had one song. Soul Glow.
Completely different from being out there in the world.
Really great place for everyone to be. Whether you were any rich, a lot of people was welcome there.
It was just to bring everybody together in a positive manner, to upraise the consciousness of people worldwide.
We were around like only family,
Exactly.
It's not really something that can be described.
But everything will go bad for the Nuwaubians in May of 2002 when Dr. York was arrested.
It began in the Baldwin County mall, shopping mall in open daylight, with them knocking out the windows of a car with the butts of their guns, dragging 3 females as well as myself out on the floor into the glass in the streets. Nothing on that arrest warrant, to my knowledge, ever referred to me as a dangerous person, never referred to me as an armed person or armed and extremely dangerous, which would have caused for such an overuse of force. I couldn't see because I was hit so fast. and hit to the ground so fast, and was keeping the guns poked at me from every direction. I wasn't allowed to look up, don't look up, don't look up, don't look up.
At the same time as Dr. York's arrest, federal agents, along with Putnam County Sheriff's Office and several other agencies, swarmed the compound.
I came inside and I looked at everybody and I said, everybody calm down. We're under siege. I'm a pretty jovial person, so people are like, oh, what are you talking about, Robbie? Blah, blah. And it's like, no, really? They're men with guns and we are under siege. Please, everyone stay calm.
Don't move. Freeze. Freeze, don't move. FBI. I was like, whoa. Put my hands up, and all I had in my hand was a paintbrush.
Within 30 minutes of us hitting that compound, we had every adult there handcuffed on the ground, and nobody was hurt.
Dr. York will be charged with more than 100 counts of sexually molesting dozens of children, some as young as 4 years.
You can't make this. Oh my God. So he's like another David E. Taylor, except, in the 90s. I mean, what the heck? Why does it always have to come to this? Where they become a cult and then they set their eyes on small children. And never mind the fact that he didn't have an actual documented job. It wasn't as bad when he owned a bookstore. He had a legitimate business. But how are you funding all of this? And then you're sitting here doing this with kids? What?
Years old. The arrest will come after a 3-month investigation into Dr. York and the Nawabians. The investigation was triggered after one of his sons named Jacob called the Putnam County Sheriff, alleging acts of molestation were occurring on the compound. Jacob would also bring former members to the police that would confirm what he was saying was true.
I was 14 when he started to try to introduce me into it, but I fought against it for a long time, and then he finally took it out when I was 15. He used to literally pick me up, and his room was shaped like a huge octagon. I mean, it was just huge, and he would literally pick me up. And
kids going to the hospital with STDs? Are you kidding me? 4 years old? What? Oh my God, this is so disturbing.
Throw me over his shoulder and throw me down on the bed. And I was constantly fighting, and I didn't understand because there was a book that he had called a Hell Book, and it had a very descriptive vision of what happens when you break your virginity at a young age. I think it was like we would boil in hell for eternity and all types of stuff. And I used to yell. I was like, I didn't understand because I was like, you wrote this book, and now you're trying to do this to us.
I can accept, the movement and supporting a lot of things, but the attack on children, I can't support. And I'm not speaking from allegations of he may have done it. I'm speaking from he did do it. And I know he did it, and I saw him do it. You have to realize,
I'm so glad his son did that. Y'all see Voice of Jacob York, Dr. York's son. I am so glad his son is saying this, because you get these cult leaders where their relatives, the kids, the spouses are always trying to make excuses for them. And you see a rare occasion where it's the family member that helps to put these people away. And it should not be a rare occurrence. It should be a normal occurrence. All the damage being done to these kids, they said over 300. They said 400. Oh my good God. Over 100 counts. More than 100 counts. Oh my God.
And it had a very descriptive vision of what happens when you break your virginity at a young age. I think it was like we would boil in hell for eternity and all types of stuff. And I used to yell. I was like, I didn't understand because I was like, you wrote this book, and now you're trying to do this to us.
I can accept, the movement and supporting a lot of things, but the attack on children, I can't support. And I'm not speaking from allegations of he may have done it. I'm speaking from he did do it. And I know he did it, and I saw him do it. You have to realize, growing up with my father was growing up with a discomfort because you had to deal with the fact that your father was one of your friends, right? He was female and male friends. So it was one of those unique.
Now do you all understand the soul glow with the makeup? Y'all see this, right? Male and female. Y'all see this? Now, you imagine being under someone like this named Brother Polight. Imagine what your exposure is being under someone like this. Doing this to both male and female. Umar, it's not hard to believe that you went to Hyde Park. What we don't understand is why you're hiding it in the year of our Lord 2025. We're just saying, if you need to come out the closet, come out the closet. You can't make this up.
Places where you're torn between your loyalty to your father and your loyalty to your family. And growing up in the Black Power movement, we were taught that police was bad, white people were bad, teachers are bad, everybody's bad. So you're taught to keep these things to yourself.
In 2004, Dr. York will be convicted of child molestation, among other charges.
Yeah, we saw at the beginning. It was over a song album. Dr. CB, shout out to you. Welcome in. Everybody that's coming in, make sure you guys are hitting that like button so we can keep these videos up in the algorithm, because people need to know about this. This is yet another example of a cult. Yet another example. And somehow this has transpired into more sovereign citizens or whatever. This is the beginning of a cult.
Then you're charged with 40 counts of aggravated child molestation. You could receive a maximum sentence of 30 years in confinement for each count. That you're charged with 34 counts of child molestation. That you could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in confinement for each count. That you're charged with 1 count of sexual exploitation of children.
Really?
You could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in confinement. And you're charged with 2 counts of influencing witnesses, and you could receive a maximum sentence of 10 years in confinement for each count. And that you could receive a minimum sentence overall of 10 years on probation. I'm telling you the most and the least. You understand that? Did you, in fact, do what the district attorney, Mr. Bright, told me you did? How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
He was sentenced to 135 years in federal prison.
Yes!
Allegedly, he had fathered over 100 kids before his incarceration.
Oh!
About a year and a half after Dr. York was sentenced.
Wait, what? Did it say fathered? 135 years. Lord, God good. Shout out to Saint. Thank you so much for this link. This is a link to a documentary about the 30-something people that survived Jonestown. Oh my God. But what you doing? 34 counts. He really had like 200. Are we talking about children? Oh my God. What year was this? Oh, let me go back, y'all. I'm trying not to run over into the Candace, but I'm taking my time on this. We got time. We got time tonight. Y'all, this is serious. What year was this? I know early 90s.
You could receive a maximum sentence of 30 years in confinement for each count. That you're charged with 34 counts of child molestation. That you could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in confinement for each count. That you're charged with 1 count of sexual exploitation of children. You could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in confinement.
Yeah, he's smiling.
And you're charged with 2 counts of influencing witnesses, and you could receive a maximum sentence of 10 years in confinement for each count. And that you could receive a minimum sentence overall of 10 years on probation. I'm telling you the most and the least. You understand that? Did you, in fact, do what the district attorney, Mr. Bright, told me you did? How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
He was sentenced to 135 years in federal prison. Allegedly, he had fathered over 100 kids before his incarceration.
What?
About a year and a half after Dr. York was sentenced.
Oh my God. Y'all, I hate to think of this, but he was fathering children while essaying them. He was getting these small girls knocked up. Can you imagine? Like, no, don't imagine it. It's so disgusting. The lady that just spoke about her experience said she was 16. You can't make this up. So these teenage girls getting knocked up by him.
Was when Brother Polight was given the opportunity to run the bookstore. Dr. York's daughter, Umar, would first meet Brother Polight after her father gave her the property that the bookstore was located in.
The house was pretty much, handed over to me. Unfortunately, when I got there, there were other people there. This lady's sister, Sakina, there. She found this guy, Polight, I guess, that the man was living there with his pregnant wife, or his pregnant girlfriend. And they made up their little bogus story about them saying that my dad wanted him to run the store. Always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, because it's just the type of person that I am in general. So what I, and, you know, because he did have a pregnant woman there, you know, I assumed that these people, you know, my father took in a lot of people, so I didn't, who am I to turn them away? You know, that's how I looked at it. So I told them if they're going to be there, that they're going to have to start paying bills and they're going to have to start reporting whatever money is coming into the store. We were technically supposed to be having a meeting about how the store was going to be operated because, you know, I had a lot of bills in my name and stuff like that. And these people literally were just running up bills.
Just prior to moving into the bookstore, Brother Polight was beginning his journey into the conscious community, but was still dibbling and dabbling in the streets.
I was still gangbanging, but I was more growing into the consciousness than the gang shit.
Polight and Umar would get into a few altercations as time went on, due to Polight's illegal.
Oh, and the thing is, he's getting into it with someone that owns the bookstore that let him and his pregnant girlfriend live somewhere and told him flat out, you just got to pay some bills. What is this whole laziness thing? Him, Umar, Nature Boy, they just felt like they didn't have to work. Like a job goes over their head, as if they're born with a silver platter in their lap and a silver spoon in their mouth. It's so egregious. And yet they sit here talking about respecting the black man. I don't care what skin color you are. The Bible says if you don't work, you don't eat. So he should be starving to death. Umar should have been starving to death a long time ago. Along with Nature Boy and all the rest of them. Starved to death. You don't even want to work and earn money the right way? Even if he was still to maintain the library or the bookstore rather as like a manager, you know, at least keep some semblance of a job. I'm still trying to figure out how the nasty man that went to jail for 135 years actually earned all the money he earned, because it wasn't from a bookstore. What else was he doing to get that type of money to buy that compound like that?
Activities around the property.
These people were pretty upset at the fact that I wasn't allowing them to do the type of things that they were trying to do in the house to make money.
Umar would continue to give Polight chances, but her patience was running thin.
You know, he got upset because, you know, I had him escorted off the property. You know, these people were selling drugs in the building. It was him and some guy named Water around that time. And he had a couple of other people there as well.
While living in and running the store, by pure coincidence, Brother Polight would meet a relative of Dr. Sabi. Dr. Sabi was a self-proclaimed natural healer who Brother Polight was familiar with.
Because the grown-ups told me when my penis wasn't getting hard.
Dr. Sabi, you say he's still trolling you? I thought he was in jail. Is he still in jail? He used to panhandle on the train and sell flyers, he said, to a building he was going to buy. What? Umar eating cookies and honey buns and shit. She has a really nice skin. She's a pretty girl. And of course, he will get upset with her because he can't do what he wants to do. And somehow he made her, I guess he wanted her to think that she was just supposed to let him sell drugs and stuff in a bookstore she inherited. That the so-called, you know, leader, whomever, of the Tamaris, he didn't even give Polight the bookstore. So obviously he didn't think Polight was worthy enough to own the bookstore. Therefore, he didn't give it to him. He gave it to his daughter. And this is what, one daughter of 100 children.
Eat eggs. Drink raw eggs. And I did. By the dozens.
Wow.
He underwent treatment for his diabetes through Dr. Sabi's herbs and credits him for being cured.
Dr. Sabi, he healed me of diabetes. I had gangrene. They was going to cut my foot off. One of the youth that I was tutoring, they happened to be related, like his grandchild or something to that effect. And so the sister was like, yo, listen, I got you. You know, go to my father, what have you, and he can help you out. So as I continue to fellowship, connect, and build, Eventually, I got locked in, and the sister actually gave me 2 doses of the diabetes package. And inside of 21 days, I got the coloration of my foot back. I went back, got re-diagnosed, and the physician, he was like, "Yo, just be careful. This happens. Sometimes we don't see it; it disappears." So I'm like, a year later, it still could pop up. I said, "Man, if it popped back up, I done got diabetes the second time. What are you talking about?"
His diet changed during this time as well. He completely stopped eating meat and was on a strict alkaline diet, which consisted of vegetables and herbs, a diet Dr. Sebi promoted vigorously. Although he held Dr. Sebi to the highest regard and had an enormous amount of respect for him, Polight routinely credits Dr. Malachi Z. York for being his main spiritual influence. Brother Polight will become one of Dr. York's most fierce defenders, believing in Dr. York's innocence.
But I mean, 100K, his son gave basically a confession. York's son came forward and said his father did it and he saw it. I mean, is he this stupid? All for what? A bookstore? You're defending someone where the son came forward and said, yes, I'm not theorizing he did it. I'm saying he did it and I saw it. I have friends he did this to. You have others that came out. Everybody can't be lying. You had other people survive this came out and said, yep, he did do that. The lady talked about how he tried to do that with her and she had to keep fighting him. And she was 16. Polight is that if he's in jail, he's exactly where he needs to damn be. And he never needs to get out. And let's not forget, this York character was doing this to both male and females, children.
And claiming the government just wanted to stop his movement. Early in Brother Polight's career, he would conduct an interview with one of Dr. York's alleged victims. He would be criticized for downplaying the victim's story and defending Dr. York.
Okay, I'm a dude. I'm not going to be walking around saying that I've been molested, this and that happened. As a man, you don't want to be going around saying that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Both my sisters went through the same thing I went through. And both of my older sisters.
Do you mind sharing? I don't know nothing.
Okay, well, both of my sisters have been molested.
Okay, hold on. You sitting here talking about this man influenced you, and yet now you don't know nothing with your face to look at a victim? See, they talk all this big game and want to defend these cult leaders to the utmost. But when they have to actually face a victim, can you just tell me what happened? Because I don't know nothing. He was like your second father, I guess. You were under his influence. How did you not know he was doing this? Is the question. That's such a cop-out. What a coward he is. Polight is a coward.
By who?
By Malachi York. And
at what ages?
At what ages? I mean, if you want to get the accurate number, you can ask them.
Around what age?
I mean, 13, 14, 7, 8. The FBI started doing an investigation, started trying to get statements from people. Both my sisters went ahead and gave their statements. And that's when I decided that, that I was going to go ahead and do it.
Would you say there's been over 20 children molested by Dr. York?
I would say so. If I could confirm people that I could strongly confirm, it'll be about 15 or 20 people.
Obviously, if over 15 to 20 children were being molested, we have to now say, how come the adults wasn't saying nothing? Shouldn't they be locked up with Dr. York too? How come they're free to testify about it? You mean to tell the world that none of these children had enough sense in their mind to go tell their parent that this is...
Stop it. What the hell are you saying? You're literally sitting here trying to shift the blame. And this is a grown man telling you. I can find at least 20 other people that can attest to what I personally went through. So him asking this stupid ass question is no different than him telling this young man, why didn't you go to your parent and say something? If you're being SA'd and abused, the first thing you do is immediately shut down, because either it's based on the embarrassment, some sort of guilt trip somebody's going to put you on, or to try to shame you, or they just don't believe you, depending on how powerful this cult leader is. A lot of times the victims aren't always believed. And Polight is proving that point. What do you mean why he didn't go to the parent? Maybe he was scared. especially if you're scared of the consequences if you did tell your parents. He's acting as if these children, minor children, could literally help being abused, like they asked for it. This is some evil stuff to say. And it just shows that he's soulless. What a dumb demon Polight is.
Right. I've been touched sexually.
You putting that on a kid.
Abused. Not one child out of all these children. It could have stopped so long ago if just one child or just one adult. What caused all of this to come out? First, you hear nothing from nobody. Yeah. You hear nothing from nobody. Then you hear something from everybody, all at the same time. I mean,
because that's how it works in an investigation, you dumbass. You get the witnesses. You rather get the witnesses and take down the main person. If he's the one abusing them, and the others say, "Hey, I want to come forward and help take down this guy." He's got 135 years in prison. And because of this dumb thinking, Polight is in jail as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's my understanding he in jail as well. He's blaming the kids. They're children. They're scared. They probably have no idea what's happening to them. And if he was getting these kids as young as 4, 5 years old, they have no idea what's going on. But you tell a kid something after something heinous they don't even understand is happening to them. And you tell them, you tell your parents, I'm going to do something to them. I hurt your parents. I'm going to, next time you see me, it's going to be some trouble. You think a 6-year-old would not be scared of that? Man, F out of here. That is an evil demon.
I could have told my mother.
We chose not to.
It's not that I chose not to. To really explain it would really take a lot. But I mean, you're not really yourself.
I pray to him, a living God. That's me. Yeah. Right? And my father left me age 8. Yeah. And I met my mother when I was age 17. She died the week I met her. And because of my socio-economical disposition, I was more inclined towards doing negative things like, robbing, stealing, and just had the world in a whole negative outlook. Yeah. And until I read one of his books, and just his books alone changed me, to the point where I realized I was on the wrong path.
Although Brother Polight was one of the most vocal when it came to defending Dr. York against the charges, he wasn't alone.
Oh, good, he's in jail. I'm so happy to see that, to confirm that. Hopefully he stays there for the rest of his life as well. So just because you're influenced to do better does not mean that person did not always have ill will or evil intentions. That's like saying that this person can't do anything wrong because you read a book that influenced you to be a better person. But if you know who the person was that wrote the book, then you have to take that as, okay, well, that obviously put it on a scam. Just like with Umar. Umar can write books until, the planet ends. It doesn't mean that he's not a scammer. He's just as much as a scammer. And I wouldn't trust any book written by anybody either way, especially when it happens to come down the pipeline where they're doing this. There's no way Polight did not know these kids were being abused. There's no way. And he's sitting here shaming this young man. He was like, it changes you. It makes you into a completely different person. But apparently this didn't happen to Polight, so he will never understand. And at this point, good thing he's in jail. This is disgusting from Polight.
Pop pioneer Africa Bambaataa, along with many others, would also come to his defense.
This is definitely a case that needs to be open.
135 years
for all the public to see, for all the public to view, all the public to get an understanding, so we could get the right knowledge, the right wisdom, and the right understanding of what has happened to our brother, Dr. Malachi C. York. If this can happen to him, just imagine what can happen to you.
Years later, Africa Bambaataa himself would be accused of similar accusations by numerous men. They would claim they were molested by him when they were young.
Did he say by numerous men? Did he say by numerous men?
What can happen to
you? Years later, Africa Bambaataa himself would be accused of similar accusations by numerous men. They would claim they were.
Yes, he did say by numerous men. So African Bambaataa is gay? You can't make this up. Shout out to Hood Horrors. Hood Horrors is like random news. They do their homework, and their videos are just impeccable. I did not know that African Bambaataa was gay. This is insane. Madness. This is why these dudes like this come to their defense, because they're just like the person. Birds of a feather flock to damn together. I'm going to say that one more time. Birds of a feather flock to damn together. Last time. Birds of a feather flock to damn together. Because you just can't make this up. This is so evil and vile.
Were molested by him when they were young boys. Two of the most outspoken will be YouTubers Hassan Campbell and Ronald Savage.
And the list of accusers is growing, and they all tell similar stories.
Africa Bambaataa being accused of sexually abusing several underage boys decades ago.
The accusations against Bambaataa will come over a decade after Malachi York's sentencing. The fact that Brother Polight was defending Dr. York will cause a rift between him and Hassan Campbell that will last for years.
Dr. York is in jail doing life for molesting. This is what the district attorney said. The district attorney said that I couldn't even put all of the children to testify against him because nobody would believe that he touched that many children. One of the kids that Polight did the interview with, and I ain't like how Polight handled that, so I'm gonna be getting in his ass real soon.
As Polight continued to run the bookstore, the deeper he got into the conscious community. He studied Dr. York's writings constantly.
Dr. York has been a blessing in my life.
See, at this point, you don't have to keep studying him. He's in prison for 135 years. For over 100 victims that were kids. He was rumored to have over 100 children himself. You had to know that some of these kids were giving birth to his kids. They're minors themselves giving birth to babies. And you're still following in his footsteps? Polight should be under the prison cell for the rest of his life as well. Right next to African Bambaataa. Gross. Umar, you're next.
And irrespective to people feeling whatever they feel about that black man, he has contributed to my life in ways that I can never revoke. His spirit, consciousness, and his influence in my life and my family.
He's never met my dad a day in his life. He's never seen him, never touched him, don't know nothing about him at all. He's another person idolizing and worshiping him on a different level. These people are obsessed with my dad. I don't know what it is, but they're obsessed with him, you know? and I find that to be sickening to me.
It is very sickening. I wholeheartedly agree. And why would anyone believe Polight over York's own kids that are sitting here speaking out against their own father? Forget the DNA and the genetics. Because they've got at least 99, 98, 99 siblings out there. So why in the world would any average person who a sound mind and, you know, reasonable good judgment want to believe Polight over all the victims? Because everybody's not lying on one person. Over all the victims, and that includes his kids, his own kids. This is the second child that came out against York. She said, my father is sickening.
I have a sniff and detect. I can detect predators. Polight gives off the aura. He has an infatuation with Dr. York, a nigga he never met.
Wow.
Who he knows is a pedophile.
In line with Dr. York's teachings, Brother Polight would introduce polygamy into his relationship with Aminette.
As we grow and we develop, we began to understand more about economics, and we wasn't really left with any inherited wealth. And considering that wealth really begins at $150,000 a year, neither her and I combined would get us anywhere near the point of being able to amass real wealth. And so we used the polygynous construct as a catalyst to embark upon those type of endeavors.
What? The first person to join their relationship was named Jessica, who would later be known as Ra'et. He met her at the bookstore when she came in with her mother. She was 16 at the time.
When I started coming, I was really young. I was 16, 17. My mother used to go to the bookstore. And so I seen them two together and I was just like really happy for them. She was pregnant.
As Aminette got closer to her due date, that was in July, the tension between Polight and Umar was getting thicker.
It was just a lot of...
I just want to make sure, can you all still hear? Let me know. Because I'm not even hearing my headphones. So just let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you can still hear the video. Make sure it's not just me. Those accusations were mostly in the 80s. Yep, sicko. Yeah, no, I'm saying I wouldn't, even to this very day, I would not believe Polight over this man's kids that say themselves, that have said themselves that their father did this stuff. So this is a Vlad TV. This is Hood Horse. Thank God. Yeah, this is Hood Horse. Okay, cool. Y'all can still hear. Oh God. Hopefully Hood Horse videos playing. That's why I don't fool with Vlad TV. Good grief.
Chaos. The children felt they should inherit the building of their father. And I'm here like, yo, the man gave me the building to run.
My father was incarcerated during the time. If you look at my father's case says he is unable to conduct business on anybody's behalf. He's talking about me in regards to the inherited of the building. I was already on the property. I already inherited the building.
It was being overridden, and it was people in the community making sure that I don't get that space in leadership. They made my task very hard, and it created a great deal of contentions and the drama between the biological family and myself.
Things would finally come to a head shortly after Aminette gave birth to their child. She would be a beautiful baby girl they would name Ma'at. Polight would later claim Dr. York gave her name.
This is a man that when I had named my daughter, he told me move that name out of there and rename her. I said, hey, this is what my wife and I is going to name our daughter. It was Anissa. You feel me? And he's like, get that out of here. Your daughter's name is this. As a grown man who's having a child, I declined it for my opportunity to name my own child.
Brother Polight had no idea at the time that shortly after Ma'at's birth, he would be facing a serious charge that would stem from the issues with Umar regarding the bookstore.
It started to escalate so much that in turn...
Hopefully, God, hopefully he never finds out. This is disturbing. Vlad is okay. I don't even want to say his name if he does that. But yeah, this is from Hood Horror. So if he does something to Hood Horror's video, then ugh. So far, his is still viewable. You can't make this up. This is crazy. Seti debated Polight, and Polight defended the book by Dr. Malaki Z. York entitled Sodom Misinterpreted. It is what? That is, oh my God, that's so disturbing. This man wrote books on this stuff, and he's sitting here talking about he didn't do anything wrong. You can't make this
up.
And
guns is being pulled out on people, or people are threatening people.
My sister came upstairs and said, the meeting with Polight wants to speak to you. The conversation was about that we were supposed to be having was about the bills of the house, and that the bills needed to be paid. And you're not going to sit here and continue to squat, you know what I'm saying, when bills are literally piling up in my name. Now, my brother, he's a very devoted Muslim. He's born and raised Muslim. He said, I'm going to go downstairs and see what he wants. So that was originally the conversation that we were supposed to be having. It never happened. Instead, all I heard was shock.
What?
One of the brothers got shot in his head.
My brother got shot twice in the head.
Wow! He got shot in the head? Oh, no. Is that a coincidence? Oh my goodness. This is so polite. It's man, who would have thought? Who would have thought? So the brother comes down trying to speak. And next thing you know, you hear shots. And that's it. All because they wanted Polight to pay bills or get off the property. I thought he had met this man. So he is idolizing someone he had never even met. Let me check my email. Okay, cool. Thank you. Saint sent the video, the shocking story of Aziza Kabibi. We got to check that out. Oh, they're talking about the director of the Fuji's music video. Yeah, you can't make this up. This is so, man, that is, they set him up. It's no different than Umar when somebody says something he don't like. And then next thing you know, he's putting out somebody's address and doxing people as if he's not bound by laws. Umar is the same way. He thinks he's above the law, above the rule of law. He thinks he's sovereign. Talk about Pan-Africanism and always talking about some woman's cookies. Just disgusting. You can't make this. This is disgusting. I had no idea. This is how deep and how bad it was. And I never really looked into the history of Moors, anything like that. Never heard of the Cope or the York guy. See, it's so many people out here. It's so easy for these narcissists to become cult leaders like this. And all it takes is just like a few hardcore, diehard fans, cult members. And then next thing you know, you've got a cult. Worst part is that they end up committing all this crime. And they think they're supposed to get away with it. No accountability at all. All these kids' lives affected. And Polight sitting here talking to one of the victims and just basically blaming it on him for not saying something. You can't make this up. African Bambaataa was gay. This is insane. It seems like. And I said, over a bookstore that he didn't own, that he worked at and lived in. He was selling drugs. Then he started doing polygamy stuff. So you got people coming in and living there that aren't even supposed to be there. And you talking about, oh, well, Dr. York wanted me to be here, but he's incarcerated for 135 years. He's in prison. He can't do no business with you. Whatever agreement you thought you had is gone. That's no different than this man being dead. You can't say you still got business with a dead man. You certainly can't say you got business with someone that's sitting in prison for 135 years. They set the brother up. It's no different. It's like a let me put you in fear if you don't do what I want you to do. The only thing Polight learned from them books is how to be another cult leader and end up in prison just like your cult leader. No different than Nature Boy and all. Man, Nature Boy talked about his kid touching on him, you know, his shango stick, and thought it was okay. 4 or 5-year-old kid touching on your shango stick, your own child. It's so disgusting. Y'all, look. That's the end of the first episode. Shout out to Hood Horrors. Like I said, his video is still up. So, you know, let's just hope that guy is always striking or something like that. Because I'm looking in the description. Yeah, let's just hope he doesn't, you know. Because I know even if you're just using it for like re-education purposes, it's still allowed. So if he tries to do it, I'll be able to fight it. Because I gave commentary over it. It's not like just reusing the thing. And of course it was from another channel. So he got it on the public platform. I don't see why he would just have his interviews up here. He don't want anybody to watch him or use it. But that's so crazy. Saint said the director of Killing Me Softly video by the Fugees. I got you. We'll check that out. Philip said that community used to be trailblazers. Rivka said, yeah, Chair Umar Fungus lock him up. The director was a cultist that took advantage of his daughters and got one of them pregnant. Man, what is wrong with these people? Are sick. Dr. CB said NLE Chopper is in it. Waka Flocka, Jada Pinkett Smith, Jay-Z, Erykah Badu, 21 Savage. What the heck? Man, I wish they would lock Umar up. Okay. Tired of him. Rappers, Poor Righteous Teachers from 1989. Wow, yuck. I know, right? Facts on facts. Listen, shout out to all of you all. Thank you all so much. We're gonna go ahead and just almost right on time for the next live with about Candace. I appreciate you all for tuning in. This is something else. She's strange too. More talk all the time. Yeah, it's crazy how these Moors don't think that they are under our jurisdiction in the United States of America, but somehow they think that we're supposed to allow a cult to flourish where they do nothing but break laws. And now, this cliffhanger is something else. The brother was set up, shot in the head twice. That's execution. That's not a mistake. So he got somebody to do this to the brother. You can't make this up. But I said, yes, I think I may have one of them in my family. They try to stay away from and always trying to twist people's minds. Yeah, don't let them. Keep your independent thought. Thank you, Rivka. Shout out to all of you all. I be at a mod. Thank you so much. Yes, this has been something else. So y'all, as Hood Horrors puts out his new episodes on this series, we're going to be watching it in real time, along with finishing up the series that he did on Nature Boy, Carbonation, Young Pharaoh, all of them just kind of in this mold together. So thank y'all so much. If you can join the live by Candace, Tavares, shout out to you. I know you don't want to hear about it. But thank you all so much for tuning in. And we will be on the Information Man Show tomorrow. I'll post up the announcement tonight with the joint live. So be ready tomorrow. Lady Luck Club, Information Man Show. It's going to be awesome. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.